Stream has started, so that way we can start recording this. So let's begin. Dylan, also known as Syrian.
Chiron, but I'll allow it.
Chiron, because I can't pronounce your name. Chiron, do you need any further updates than the one I gave you just to catch you up?
No, I think we're good. We fought robots, very typical kind of UA kind of introduction. There was some annoying broken English with the Russian teacher for somebody. We had the guy being bullied, and I'm apparently the only person who understands what his quirk is a reference to.
Yep.
My husband's explained this to me, so I understand what the reference is to.
No, you watch the anime, sweetie. I just had to remind you that you watched it.
Oh, so it's not a Kirby reference. Okay.
No!
No, it's... I don't want to say anymore. But,
okay, thank you, Dylan.
And I think it was Sherry is starting ship with somebody, but I think that was...
She's starting lots of crap with people, yes. But yeah, would you like another question I have for you? Would you like to explain why your character wasn't there, or would you like to roleplay that when you get to see them?
Yeah, we can try role-playing that. That could be like, a nice way to introduce ourselves, I suppose.
Okay, then I will say no, because I haven't spoiled it to anyone, but just so you know, everyone, the only time you actually saw Chiron was at the festival. You haven't seen him since then, and I cannot say no more.
You mean the entrance exam?
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't gotten to the sports festival yet.
Oh yeah, that thing.
It's too soon for a tournament arc.
Tournament arc!
I just want to point out, I don't know if you're both aware of this or if it's just more a pronunciation, but I know someone with that name spelled the exact same way, and I've always heard it pronounced Kieran.
There are a lot of pronunciations. This is the it's Scottish, meaning that it's spoken in like 5 different dialects and has 20 different pronunciations
That would
at least.
explain it.
So,
is this any reference to the Greek teacher known as Chiron, who also happened to be a centaur that taught many famous Greek heroes?
no, it's a reference to Ku Klane more than anything.
Oh, Ku Klane? That makes sense. I see you're a Fate expert then.
Somewhat, yeah.
Excellent.
Less expert, more I watched Fate last Encore and Ultimate Blade Works and Abridged.
It's nice.
And that's about it where my...
As long as I get the Baber, that's all that matters. And he must have my Baber. Anyways, enough abridged quotes. Let's get on with the Shindig Hullabaloo, and let's get started. With that, we're going to reopen with the opening, which is the beginning of the day. As I assume everyone's finding their way, moseying to class. The bells rung inside the little apartment building that you guys were at. And with that, it's that cue to get up from out of your beds, as you see that everyone's kind of doing their thing, just waking up, kind of griping, kind of complaining. Some are excited, different reactions. A whole bunch of different things are going on as you guys are in the dorms. Is there anything special you guys want to tackle or look at while you guys are waking up?
I would like to convince my roommate that I am not her type.
As you think this, you roll over to see she's cradling you.
It doesn't matter.
I'm gonna shoot her.
I'm
gonna shoot her.
Your type, baby. All that matters is that you're mine.
You're good at shooter. Wait, do you have a gun in your bed?
Yes! Why would I not have a gun right next to me?
Are you not American? Do you not sleep with a gun under your pillow?
Yeah, she does not dodge, and she takes that whopping 20 dabblage as you knock her unconscious. Like, it blasts her to her side of the room. She lazily falls onto her bed with the whole anime squiggly line on top of her head with her eyes blanked out, and now she's like drooling, and you kind of hear her mutter the words saying, "Oh yes, baby, more."
Oof.
I have half a mind to throw her out the window.
But she's completely unconscious at this point.
All the more reason to throw her out the window.
You hear a knock on the door.
I want to read the mind of whoever is knocking at the door.
Are you going to resist?
Yo.
Yo!
Yo.
That's what she hears.
Yo. Alright, so that's what you hear. Yo.
Can I find out who it is?
Out of all the yos you've heard, that's pretty hard.
Can you make guess based on the mental inflections? I wonder.
It sounds like any other yo.
Better yet, how many people do you know would respond to you intruding their mind by saying yo?
Most likely Jewel, after everything that's happened.
Most likely everyone. Anyone hip enough to do it. If you got that pizzazz.
Either way, your character is left to wonder who it could be, with only a few possibilities, but still, it could be anyone.
I'll telepathically say, who's there?
Your roommate's brother.
Okay, I'm probably gonna throw on a robe so I'm not completely in my PJs, and then I'll open the door. And then I'll say, yeah?
Jewel peers inside. Need to talk to her real quick. He is wearing like full shirt and pants, but he's in his PJs. He's got a towel around him and he's currently brushing his teeth.
I'm gonna walk out, but while I do, I'm gonna tell her to quit. Tell her not to sneak into my bed, or I'm throwing her out the window next time. And then walks off.
Before you do, he replies with, "You better limber up your arms, because even if I do, she won't listen."
Gotta get that good limber.
I'll remember
Again,
I'll remember that.
Again, as you leave off with that comment, you notice your sister's completely unconscious. She has like this sizzling red mark on her the middle of her forehead, and it's steaming as she's got that tongue out, a twirly-eyed face, going, oh.
Yeah, with that boxing glove bullet.
So I've got a ball of water for rinsing my mouth out, and I've got a little glass for spitting into. Which one should I use?
As she immediately straightens up and says, neither!
I didn't say that in character, by the way.
Nope.
Oh, sorry. That never happened. She's still unconscious.
Roll a d2. On a 1, use the water.
Roll a d2. Is that
okay?
Okay. Nice, Dylan. Nice.
Who is?
What now?
It's a 2.
Water bottle.
So you give her the whole dousage. You give her the whole bottle?
Just enough to get her wet. I mean, wake her up.
Okay, because... yeah, she's definitely there already. So, yeah, you douse her enough to get her wet. I mean, wake her up. And she immediately stops sizzling and says, stop it, brother! I was pretending so she could pick me up.
What made you think she would actually do that?
I don't know. I was lonely.
You're always lonely.
But at least I have you, big brother, as she goes to give you a big hug.
He doesn't even stop brushing his teeth.
Keep brushing as she gives you a hug and says, that's my brother, always cares about me. Sniffle.
Yeah, he pats her on the head like twice and then says, hey, I need a shock collar.
What for? Going into some kinky stuff with some girl?
Made a deal with the devil.
Oh, close enough, I guess. Was it Layla?
You know what? I think he's just going to say, who?
Oh, okay. Probably not her, then. Okay, yeah. That will be great, she says. She kind of stumbles for a second. She's like, in her thoughts, she's just like thinking like what you possibly could need it for. Is there anything you can tell me? Because it's driving me nuts not knowing. You know how my brain works. I'm just like mulling over every situation and nothing's quite working out, and just tell me already.
I'll tell you all about it after it happens. Deal?
But that's not what I like. But
Every single detail.
every single detail.
Every single one. He smiles.
She sighs once more and kind of crinkles a smile. It'll be done in 5 minutes.
And
As she
he goes to complete his freshening up of the morning.
As you do so, you hear her take off like her black collar around her neck, and you hear like a and then you hear a jackhammer.
Presumably everyone else in the dorm can hear this.
Yes, everyone in the rich dorm can hear this, and it's loud as ever. All kinds of weird, random, annoying noises happen. As
I just have this image in my head of Jewel, Miss Chief, and walking past a bunch of people covering their ears.
you definitely see the twins covering their ears saying, "What the's going on? I can't hear my thoughts! Brother, save me! It's too late for me!" They all start shouting as you see, like, Kato, he's, like, climbing out of his bed, and he just, like, barely makes it out of his room and says, "It's over. AI chant Friday. I can't hear." She's like, "I already muted you. What?" You actually see Sherry's not there, but so you don't see her expressive, but you see your wannabe girlfriend as well, as she's like clinging to somehow she's now clinging to you, or at least got to your leg, and she says, "Hold me, I don't think I'm gonna make it."
Continues walking unfazed.
She says, "Don't leave me," as the noise continues for the next 5 minutes.
And I'm sure that when I get back all dressed, she's done.
Oh yeah, all dressed, she's done. You see a lot of quote-unquote dead bodies of waiters, waitresses, butlers, and most of the students.
I walk right over them.
You walk over the cottage successfully as she presents you a shot collar, which looks nothing more than just a choke collar on your neck. She says, "Here's how you activate it. Just think of something, it's thought activated. So you're going to feel a little prick on the back of your spine, and then when you feel that, that's going to be entering your central nervous system. Don't worry, no permanent damage. Oh, but it might give you cancer in 3 years. That's only if you keep it on more than 12 hours. But that's besides the point. Now that I got the paralegal stuff out of the way, here's how it works. Just think of something super painful, and it should activate."
That shouldn't be very difficult.
She says, "Knowing you, probably not."
Because something super painful.
She said,
Yeah,
Like your existence.
yeah. You know what? For Jewel, that wouldn't be far off. But he's just gonna check the time on his phone. How long till class starts?
in the next, 15 minutes.
Yeah, he's gonna go back to his room, write a little note, and then wait until most people have left, even if it means he winds up late, and then put said note on Ushio's door.
Okay, you put the note on Ushio's door, but you still notice that she was next to next to Sarai the girl's room and your sister's room, KO'd.
Yeah, and it's basically like I told you before, go here at 5 o'clock. You will find something in something. I'll not reveal the plan just yet.
Of course. Tonight, yeah, that'll be fine. As you leave it successfully.
Yes. And then I go to class. And even if I'm late, I walk.
All right, yeah, no, that is perfect. You walk away successfully. Does anyone else want to do anything crazy before you head to class?
not
Can't
particularly.
think of anything.
Oh yeah, you're in the separate dorm, Dylan. So, or I should call you K
You can
Ron.
do it.
Um,
Alright.
did I say it right?
Sure, boss.
Okay. So, no, it was Kieran, right?
That's the way I'm used to hearing
No,
it.
it's
yeah.
Chiron.
There you go.
Hi, Ron.
Kieran.
You
So
got there.
Chiron, you actually don't really hear much because it's like, a whole building away, but you kind of hear like this extremely loud noise. It's not as loud as your alarm that goes off fairly shortly, but you do take note that there was a fairly loud noise in the distance and some screams.
Alright.
That goes for
I'm
you,
gonna-
sleepy demon.
I'm gonna assume that on campus that's not gonna be much of a cause for concern, so we'll just write that off as weird shit happening elsewhere on campus.
Basically.
No, I don't think there's gonna be any kind of flair to Chiron's morning routine. We're just getting ready. We're making breakfast. We're headed to class. That's about it. Nothing exciting in the life of.
You hear a knock on
I
your
guess-
door.
Oh God, who is it?
Do you say that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. You say, yoo-hoo, it's me, your soon-to-be girlfriend.
Does this soon-to-be girlfriend have a name?
Duh, come on. You don't remember? We saw each other. You could just open the door. Layla, come on. You don't remember me, sweetie pie?
No, I can't say I do. So I guess we'll go ahead and we'll open the door at least.
You see a girl in this red jumpsuit tracksuit, like halfway unzipped, showing a lot of cleavage. She's like, hey, I didn't see your class yesterday. I got so worried for you.
Uh,
I glare at the lovebirds.
thanks.
I hate
I guess.
birds.
Oh my gosh, you look really nice in that. What is that?
It's a jacket, t-shirt. Can I help you?
I just wanted to see you're okay, sweetie. Don't have to treat me so harshly. Well, I mean, do it more, please. It's actually kind of exciting me right now.
Right.
Is that all you're gonna give me? Boo. Hey, you know what? I might be able to give you a sneak peek, wink wink, if that'll get you excited for this morning. Get you ready for class.
I'll pass. I should actually be on my way, I think.
So if you're gonna be on your way, do you mind if you accompany me? We can walk together.
Am I gonna be able to stop you?
I don't know. Do you want to stop me? She winks.
I can't say I particularly care. And he's gonna shove past her and start walking to class.
She tries following behind you. She's like, so you don't. How about this? It says, I got a surprise for you. How about this one? How about this one? What's the worst thing that you could possibly imagine from your past?
Listen, babe, I can't say I'm interested. I don't know what you're playing at here.
Oh
but-
no, that was out of game. Sorry, out of game. What's the
Oh,
worst thing
outta
you
game.
possibly can imagine from your past? The worst person you could possibly imagine.
Estranged father.
As you hear the voice of your estranged father behind you and saying, "Son, we need to talk."
Yeah, that'll get a rise out of Chiron. He's only ever heard the voice in dreams, but so he'll turn around. He'll expecting.
You see your estranged father.
What's this then?
And he's just like, he says something that only your estranged father would know. And then he says, I'm disappointed, you son. You should have gone with that girl. After all, blah, blah. He says something again that only your father would know. And just like, once again, I can't tell you how disappointed I am in you. You disgust me. I wish you were never born.
All right. Oh, I need to open the book here.
As you're...
But
Oh, sorry.
no, go ahead.
Do you want to give a reaction before she continues?
Is there any kind of applicability to this?
Yes, you can try
see
to
through.
use a This would be a perception check to see if you can see through her clever disguise. Or, well, to
Okay.
see if there's any faults in it.
Could I apply a sixth sense to that?
Do you have Sixth Sense?
I do.
Oh,
A
nice.
very strong intuition.
Of course you can apply your Sixth Sense to this.
All right, let's do that then.
All right. You're making me pull out her big guns. Sheesh.
Yeah. So it's the combined totals of the highest number of
Yeah,
Correct.
matches, right? So that'd be a 12 on that one.
Oh,
Okay.
nice. Very impressive. At least, I think it's very impressive. Just so you know.
Thanks, boss.
No problem. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, there's no way you can see past that. It is as real as broad daylight to you.
Yeah.
It is like the splitting image, and the thing she is saying is stuff that only her father, your mother, and most of your siblings would know.
Wait, where's this happening?
In the hallway.
Oh, do I hear this?
I don't know. Did you get out of bed?
we
Kinda.
we can't have gone far.
Yeah, because if you got out of bed, I'm pretty sure you heard it.
I want to go into detail right now. What?
Even though you necessarily didn't need to make a roll to see through her deception, since you know it's her, but the thing she's saying and the way your father is acting is exactly how your father would react. So there's no way to tell if it's like a bad clone, if that makes sense. So that's what your roll is telling if she did a bad clone. But it's like the split again. What I'm trying to say is, even though you know it's her, you know that what she's mimicking is exactly how your father would react if he had those words to say to you.
Right. So.
Shit happens.
Again, he just sits there
I
in silence
guess-
waiting for you.
I guess impulsive would be the first reaction is you barely know me. I haven't seen you since I was a child. Get the hell out of here. Well, in fact, what are you doing here?
And as you say that, you see it's the father start giggling and laughing in a feminine voice as she starts shape-shifting back to herself, and she goes, yeah, I finally got a reaction out of you, and for a second I thought you'd be the hardest one to get a reaction out of. Ah.
What?
Wow, that's crazy. Some of your memories are kind of effed up, I will admit. I would hate to be in your
What?
shoes.
Who?
Well, I mean, based on what I shapeshifted into, your past is something I would never want. Even though my past is pretty effed up too. But oh well, it kind of makes me feel like we were meant to be a couple, don't you think?
No.
Does that mean you're playing hard to get? She puts on a
Who
cute face.
are you? This is nothing but questions so far.
She's just like, I want to be your girlfriend, Layla.
All right. Not interested. That was kind of fucked up. Now if you
Aww.
excuse me, I'm gonna get to class, and he's gonna turn back around and start heading off.
Don't worry, I always get him in the end. Bye, sweetie. She shouts as you get away pretty quickly.
And it is at this moment I come out of the door and ask Layla what the fuck happened.
She said, "Oh, nothing, sweetheart. Just making sure that I have everyone in check."
You're annoying. What do I need to do to get the information?
I don't know. How many blowjobs are you willing to give me?
Wait, the give or
She was pretty clear what she said out of
okay.
game.
I think I'll pass.
That's what I thought.
Wow, you're confident.
She's like, frickin' pansy. As she whispers as she kind of starts walking away.
Can I throw a rock at her?
You
Solid.
certainly can.
Good.
The rock
Oh.
gets stuck
sorry.
into her hair.
Better. Yeah.
She just keeps walking. She says, "Don't worry, my guardian angel will come one of these days, and you'll regret that." She smiles and gives you a wink.
I'm so scared.
We all should be. And just keeps walking. And with that, we'll move right onto the class scene. Unless anyone else has anything very imperative to take care of. Gonna take that as a no. So as you guys are walking into the class, you guys go through the school section you see here on the right. And everyone's just kind of funneling in, a bunch of nobodies, some people you know. And you kind of hear this dispute going outside of class. And you hear a familiar Russian voice saying, "No, no, no, this is not right. You cannot teach students like that. You must give students opportunity for growth and teaching themselves." And then you hear a rather Canadian accent saying, "My friend, you just don't understand. Knowing what the students are going to do to teach them, is the best way to go." And then he says, "No, no, no, no. You misunderstand what I say. It's because I am not good at English, you see." And he says, "Yeah, you can shut it for all I care, Napoleon. If you could speak English, you still wouldn't be able to get the words out, eh?" And he's like, "You know, that was a little uncalled for. I'm going to have to call your BS on that." And they're kind of having this little argument about different teaching styles. They seem to be doing it rather jovially, to be honest, as they're both smiling.
Joel walks right past them.
They pay you no mind as they continue their discussion.
He doesn't even make eye contact.
You go right past them.
And I will wave at them and smile at them as I walk past them.
They pay you no mind and just kind of give you a side wave.
I
All right.
would go past them and wonder why the fuck hell would smile at them.
And then they grab you by the shoulder and say, "Will you set an argument for us?" says Napoleon.
Sure.
"Okay, which teaching style is better, do you prefer?" And Carter's like, "No, no, no, let me say it because I'll say it in better English." He says, "Shut it, Carter." Isn't he here? "Shut it, Carter." In perfect English. As he says, "Now, what do you think is better? Letting students teach selves with teacher, or analyzing students and predicting what they can learn and then teaching based off that?"
At this point, Jewel has stopped and turned around.
Analyzation of students' learning system would be better. If you can analyze how they study and then help them develop that, then that would be better than letting them try to teach themselves.
So, did you just agree with Carter, or did you just propose something new?
Shows here. I agreed with Carter.
Okay, just making sure. I understood you correctly. As Carter just nods and happiness says, "See, he knows what I'm talking about, eh?" And he says, Napoleon's like, "Would you stop saying A after everything? You don't have to fulfill stereotypes. And you could speak better English, eh?" As they both kind of just start chuckling at each other. Like this is a thing they do all the time.
Of course,
And they immediately give you a weird glare. So they're like, "Get out of here." You helped us win the bet.
You didn't want me here.
So Joel goes back into the classroom. By the way, I would like to change my seat real quick.
Okay, you can change your seat.
It's not going to be that different. I'm still going to be, close to the back corner, but this time, I'm second seat from the back.
All right. You managed to change your
along
seating.
The windows.
Are you going to the protagonist seat?
Yes.
Jesus Christ. Look at this tryhard.
So I'm going to have to reduce one of your drama dice for that because now you don't need them since you're the protagonist.
I will accept that.
That's a joke.
I'm gonna laugh out of you guys.
That's a joke. You got everyone to laugh. I'll give you a drama dice. Take it. Take your filthy drama dice, protagonist, Coon.
Yeah.
I was hoping someone would realize it without me having to point it out.
Get out of here. protagonist could.
We don't need two shonen MCs, okay? We already have one of those, and he role plays your game on Monday.
Who do you think taught me?
I'm pretty sure I have a good idea. Maybe a vague one, but back in game. Real quick, as you walk in class, you notice that Watchman's not there. Everyone's there now, I assume, unless anyone wants to do something crazy. But it's a full-blown 10 minutes before he enters class, later than he normally is.
Can I use this time? I really, really, really want to make that girl stop being interested in me.
Which one?
The sister that I'm rooming with.
Dusty.
Okay, Dusty. What do you want to do? She's not in this class.
I can't do anything if she's not in the class.
But you do hear a resounding scream from the next classroom over. Yeah! As you hear a bunch of laughter.
Oh.
Are they speaking Japanese in my American high school?
Yes. And you know the sound of that voice. Anyone that's familiar with that type of scream, it's Layla.
I'm just gonna smile smugly to myself.
Pervert is molesting another pervert?
Perverts everywhere.
How we've come full circle.
Well, either way, you get your smug smile on and get a drama dice for your successful plans.
Oh, thanks.
No problem. You're welcome. I failed on so many rolls. Anyways, after about 15 minutes, you see the door fly off its hinges with a resounding goosh as you see Watchman kick it over. He looks angrier than a hornet's nest right now. As he sits in his desk and says, "It's open study. Go F yourselves." And then flicks on a switch and turns on his journal. Read this if you care for anything.
You okay?
What?
He says, "Don't want to talk about it. Can't talk about it. Lose my job."
Okay, wait. What did he give us to read?
He pulls up his journal page 1. Take notes. I don't care. I don't give an F right now. Look, I just need a moment to myself. This is infuriating. Frickin' politics in school. Get that shiz out of here. And he starts mumbling to himself.
I'll look at the journal.
All right. It's got lots of... It's basically his day one of hero work and how he was a peppy, optimistic guy. And then it leaves on the cliffhanger on this note saying, "Until the day I saw her."
Who's her?
It left on that cliffhanger.
Somebody's reading too much Pulp Fiction.
George
Maybe.
just takes out his phone, takes a picture of it instead of
Too many Jim Butcher novels.
I haven't read any, to be frank, out of game. But
instead of actually taking notes, is what I mean.
oh yeah, you take the picture successfully. As he just kind of sits there, he's steaming like anime steaming. He looks more frustrated by the growing second.
I can't help it. I think my character did not learn from last time. I want to read his mind to know what he's thinking. I did not learn. I know what's gonna happen. Yeah, surface thoughts. I know I'm gonna fail, but my character needs.
You hear from a surface thoughts. Go yourself.
Wait, did he actually think
Yes.
that? Youch! Okay.
He's not in a good mood, but surface level. But that was pretty evident already.
Can I telepathically argue? You know, if you think what's wrong, you can not get in trouble for, telling us, because you didn't quote-unquote tell us what happened?
He just says back audibly, "If I did that, then that would break a code or a rule. That whoever made this rule is super clever." He then shuts up.
What was that about?
What's rude?
Only she would have heard it more than I.
Okay.
Yeah, he thinks back. Sorry, I should have made that clear.
No.
But you definitely see him steaming more.
What rule, Sir Watchman?
He just gives you a glare. He's just like, can't talk about it. I'll lose my job,
Okay.
and I kind of want to teach you guys, but don't say I actually said that.
Oh, fair the Master Watchman. Surely you can teach us about the new school rule.
I look. You know what? F it. Well, I don't care. Just know that there's a special privilege given to something or something and whatnot. I can't do anything about it. Blah 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 blah. Okay, that's
so I can finally blow up the school cafeteria.
No, and bomb threats are still illegal. But I'll pretend I didn't hear it. He just folds his arms and he just starts steaming.
So, I'm gonna roll my dimensional pocket dice here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try and reach into my bag and pull out some calming incense.
Okay, calming incense isn't too hard to get, hopefully. Let's see what you get. Oh, yeah, that's some calming incense.
I'm just gonna pull it out, light it up, and put my feet up on the table.
As he kind of gives you a glare and says, usually that counts as a gas threat in school, but I don't care about the SJW, so you can do what you want.
Thumbs up.
And then the smoke alarms go off.
Yeah. The smoke alarms do go off as he just throws a rock at it and it shuts up.
Actually, I forgot about smoke alarms. I would open the window.
Okay.
So that it goes
There you go.
There you go. So he doesn't have to throw a rock at the alarm anymore. Anyways, the incense does its job. He looks less mad now. But then he repeats, okay, I feel a little less upset. If you want to ask me questions about the journal, I might answer you. I'm still a little frustrated.
Who's the girl in the end of the journal?
Flips the page.
Takes picture.
And it goes on about how he met a victim of a serial rape case. Her name was Claire. And that his first day of being a hero was not a pleasant one, as he thought it was a traditional day of just doing hero work and disbanding a group of hillbillies, a cult. He realized what they would truly do in their dark depth pits as he discovered their secret hideouts and found all these women just strewn about. And at this point, it just gets a little graphic as he explains what kind of condition all the women were in and just what mental state they were. At this point, his writing grows a little bit darker as he says, and when I thought that was the worst of it, it only got worse. ...
This
Damn,
get to the point.
He says, what? He said, did you actually say that?
Yeah, it's more muttering, but
he does predict you saying this, as he's just like, look, eventually it does get to the point, but this is my life's work, so I'm preparing you for what's out there, eventually.
Okay.
So just take notes on it or something, I don't know. You get a passing grade if I see like a note or a picture or something, I don't know. Just, look, I'm trying to vent some steam here. He slams his fist on the table, and I can't do it if you guys are all talking and jammering this entire time. Can we make it a quiet session? Yes, let's make it a quiet session. I like that. Quiet. Peace. Hey, put the incense closer to my desk. Thank you.
Of course we're going to keep it quiet, right, you guys?
No one says anything as they're like...
I'm gonna telepathically say, right.
Ooh.
Do you actually belch?
No, it's an audible grunt.
Okay, you give the audible grunt as the next 40 minutes go by rather peaceably, and then the bell rings and says, get the F out of here.
Alright.
Jewel wakes up, looks at the time, looks at the incense, says, I'll leave this here.
He gives you a thumbs up. He says, I like you already. You remind me as much as I was a kid. Except it looks like you already kind of dorked yourself up a bit. Whatever. Just get out of here.
He's already out.
He says that as you're already out, and then just sits in the chair where he's sitting. He's like, incense.
Give me a sniff of that good stuff.
He gets some of that dank kush as he begins kind of enjoying himself.
Yeah.
As you guys get to, instead of going to the history class, you guys are now assigned to the computer lab for your next teacher. As you guys go into the computer lab and see the famous hero, Virtual Girl. She looks like she's pretty busy typing on her computer and doesn't really pay attention to you guys walking in.
I'll telepathic.
Jewel just clears his throat.
You clear your throat as she doesn't pay you any attention.
I look around. Just seeing anything out of the ordinary. Not like bad out of the ordinary, but more...
It's pretty obvious that one of her hands is inside the computer, but the other one's typing.
I think I might have to pull out the eraser again, guys. Pull out an eraser and flick it at her.
She takes it right to the face as she, falls off her chair. Her computer falls off, smashes into a million pieces, and...
Could I have stopped it from doing that, or...
Probably not.
I will also attempt to stop the computer. Not her, just the computer.
Okay. Yeah, you can attempt to stop the computer successfully. I'll allow it. As you stop the computer from smashing into a million pieces, but she falls off, looks at you, looks confused, looks like she's about to tear up, quickly sniffles, and then starts typing again.
How can you do that, you asshole?
So, he completely ignores you, by the way. So, you gonna teach us, or...?
Yeah, what's
As
going on?
she puts her hand back into the computer, a giant monitor comes up in the room as you see what looks like her in sprite form. It's just, Ohio, everyone! Ohio gozaimasu! Genki desu ka?
Oh, does anybody speak
fucking weeb.
Moonrune?
She's like, what? Did no one like my intro?
I'll smile and give her thumbs up as if to say, good intro.
Sorry, my little screen took a little while to boot up. I was too busy hacking some system that I'm not supposed to talk about. Anyways, her sprite continues to talk as you see her furiously typing and sticking her hand into the computer. She's not paying you guys any attention, but her sprite's giving you all the attention. She's like, sorry, by the way, that eraser really hurt. Did you have to throw that at me? I almost cried.
It's the best way to get somebody's attention.
You know, I saw you guys come in the room. I acknowledged you. Didn't you see me blink?
No.
Oh.
Okay.
It's a little dark in here for that, I think.
The sprite looks around and then puts her hand on her chin. She says, yeah, it is a little dark in here. Next time I'll turn the lights, so if you see me blink, that means I'm responding. Of course, just know I always talk through sprite form. I don't really feel comfortable talking IRL. It kind of weirds me out.
Even though we're already in the same room.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, isn't it? Fleshy meatbag bodies in the same room. The virtual world's way better.
Right.
So let's learn about how social media can assist you in Hero Society. I'm sure everyone's excited to hear me talk. Don't I look so kawaii, Desune? Her AI Chan does this cute pose.
Does anyone...
Course.
Jewel just grabs the seat and says, let's just get this over with.
I feel Chinese. I don't know what she's saying.
She's just like, You see the AI give this pouty chibi face. It's like, quit ignoring me, everyone. I tried so hard to get my chibi form to make these perfect presentations and expressions. Boring. You see, one person clap. The dog guy goes, woof, I thought it was great. Thank you, dog guy. Okay, I think his name's Dog Guy. No, it's not. It's Thor Beldor. Oh, right. Sorry, Thor Beldor. So Dog Guy, as Dog Guy was saying, my thing looks great. He's like, it's Thor Beldor. Oh, right, Thor Beldor. So as Dog Guy was saying, he just goes, I give up.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have... No, we don't.
And she begins,
Never mind.
if anything, you guys want to do anything else, she begins thoroughly instructing you on the basics of social media and setting up your social media homepage. And that's the assignment for the most part.
So basically stuff pretty much most of us already know.
Mm-hmm. But with the hero tag next to it.
Yeah, Jewel basically falls asleep like 10 minutes into class.
Done. Do any of y'all have any reactions to her sprite teaching y'all as she basically pays you guys no mind?
I will just follow the instructions as the sprite instructs me.
Okay.
I can English good.
With that, the lesson goes by successfully. Whether you set up using the computers, you don't have to use your own mobile phones, but they provide computers and like a station to actually do this and set up your, social media pages. Of course, she concludes, remember, you don't have to decide on your hero name yet, but make sure you have one in mind. Oh, it looks like we have 15 minutes left in class. You guys want to look at the news? I'll put the news screen right in the palm of my hands if you want.
Sure.
That seems less preferable to just having it be on the screen.
But I am on the screen. Her AI, or like her little chibi tilts her head.
Right.
Oh, you're saying you don't want me on the screen? Her chibi begins to tear up.
I'll mentally say.
No, we haven't said anything. We love your chibi form.
Yay! Her chibi dazzles and sparkles the screen as she pops up another screen in the palm of her hand, showing you the news. And other local news, Doomsday Preppers continue to Doomsday Prep frivolously, as they are banking that the SJWs are not ready for a Doomsday collapse. But in other news, the hero killer is on the loose again. Alpha Knight we're on the scene with Alpha Knight. Tell us, Alpha Knight, what do you think of the situation? You hear Alpha Knight's voice in the background saying, I have everything currently under control. With my presence, he's not able to make as many kills as he probably would like. But he is clever, and he seems to know my patterns well. So, as a pro hero, I'm gonna have to switch things up and go plus ultra. You can guarantee your safety through me. And you heard it here, Alpha Knight, rescuer and savior of the world, is gonna save everyone. Guaranteed. His promise. 100% accurate. This is at Fox News, tuning out. And it continues
is
to
anyone else concerned that Alpha Knight has to give us his 5-time guarantee that nothing is wrong while there's a hero killer on the list?
Do you say this audibly?
Yes.
Jewel
There's
is
like
still
an absent thought to the room.
The only one that pays you any mind to this is, again, Thor Beldor. He's just like, yeah, I'm a little concerned, but hey, it's Alpha Knight we're talking about here. He can save anyone. And by anyone, he can save the whole world. Woof.
And I'll also give a weird look and think to him, why doubt Alpha Knight?
Why lay all your eggs in one basket?
Shut up, James.
I have to agree.
You're welcome.
As you kind of see Kira get up, it just doesn't matter to me. If Alpha Knight doesn't do a good job, that means I get more villains to, apprehend when I become a hero. Hee hee. You hear Kira tee hee. As you hear another opinion in the room as Silva gets up and he starts punching the air and he's like, yeah, man, if Alpha Knight does a good job or doesn't do a good job, doesn't matter. He's the hero of society. I want to be just like him. If I can give guarantees like that with confidence, I'd be a real man. Ha! Yeah!
Don't try too hard.
I am a tryhard, though.
At
You
this
become-
point...
And you could shut up. I'd beat you in a fight, no problem.
Yeah, at this point you hear from the corner of the room, do you all have to be so loud?
I don't know. Do you have to be so quiet? See, that was a good comeback, wasn't it, guys?
Not really, no.
Come on, guys, back me up
you?
here. I'm like the boxing expert. That means I can box out the comebacks.
I take
I feel
exception to
bad
that.
for you.
He's like, okay, bro, you want to take this outside?
Never before have I seen someone switch to blind arrogance to hostility so quickly.
I thought you were challenging me, I just thought it was a cool challenge, You're killing my vibe, guys. Guys?
Okay. Okay, so wait, what's he doing?
At this point,
Fact that
Silva
you
just
lied.
sits down in shame as he's just like, man, no one understands the coolness of a boxer.
The fact, you know what? Jules is just gonna say, the fact that your vibe survived this long is stupendous.
He says, thank you. Clearly oblivious to your backhanded compliment.
The fact that you think boxing alone will get you through a fight is surprising enough, let alone the fact that you think a vibe will carry with you in the room.
He's like, it worked for me. You'll see.
And yet the vibe died very quickly.
It did? Did it die? He looks visibly shocked.
I feel bad for him for not knowing.
He gets that anime depression face. It can't be. Then I'll have to try even harder. He starts punching the air even harder. Yeah. He goes and just keeps doing that for the rest of class.
I hope he pulls something.
He continues successfully with no problems. Either way, the class bell rings. She says, oh, well, that's all the time we have. Enjoy the rest of the day. Don't forget about the homework. Oh, I didn't give any homework. Just enjoy my presents. Yay, my chibi presents. If you need to contact me phone. You'll see my chibi. Hee
Jewel isn't even listening to her. He started walking out the second the bell rang.
And with that, you walk out successfully.
I'm still think I missed a memo on what a chibi is.
You know the anime chibis?
No, this is an in-character thing.
Oh, okay, good. Just checking.
Of course, I know what a chibi is, you basic.
Chip is when it's an anime man that's fat. You know,
Get out of here.
chubby.
Yes.
Joe
So
got-
around what time is it?
It's about 4 p.m. I'd say no, 3 p.m. would probably be slightly more accurate with lunch and stuff.
You have lunch at 3?
No, lunch happened sometime in between classes, but I didn't see anything important happening.
Okay.
This 2 6-hour-long classes. Oh boy.
I think I'm going to grab a quick early dinner before enacting my plan.
Of course, your dinner is. You can go get your dinner. Does anyone have anything they especially want to do? Anyone they want to talk to?
I still want to brainwash. Well, not brainwash. That's the wrong term. Implant the idea that I am not my roommate's type.
Okay. As you're walking,
That sounds like brainwashing to me.
it does sound
You're
like.
not gonna let.
He would never brainwash anyone.
That sounds pretty villainous.
I think we're gonna have to kick you out of school.
As you are attempting to go find your soon-to-be lover, Dusty, you happen to run into Alexander, who's just kind of muttering to himself and punches his locker, and he says, "Dang it! I have to fix this." As his muscles wrap around the locker and start, fixing it, and says, "Sorry, I didn't need for you to see that." Cal,
I will telepathically ask something the matter.
do you want to know?
Sure.
Well, I guess I have no harm in telling a woman. So,
Oh!
as he just kind of looks at you, look, I've been going through a rough couple days. To be frank, I don't even know how to fix this problem. I don't know if I feel comfortable telling you the specifics, but I'd like to go apologize to a few people. But I don't have a way to see them. They're all back in my country, up in Portugal. And I don't quite have the funds to get back. But I also don't feel comfortable going alone. So, that's my plight right now. I guess that's why I'm just so frustrated at myself. If money wasn't everything, maybe I could go see them. One more time.
I'll see what I could do to help.
Wait, what? Are you serious?
Yeah.
He says audibly back to you, knowing that you're speaking in his head. Well, it'd mean a lot to me, but you don't have to. I barely even know you. I just know that you study diligently. You seem like a nice gal. I just want you to know that you don't have to do this, but if you do, let me know if you find a way. I would need, like, well, if I could bring 4 people with me, it would cost $4,000 round trip. If we could somehow raise that type of money, well, I guess including me, so it'd be 5, but I can get it at a discount for 4,000. So if we could somehow find a way to raise $4,000 for a round trip for 5 people, I think I'd be okay with that.
4,000 and 4 companions.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me write that down.
But again, I think I'm asking too much already, but it would mean a lot to me if you could do that. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm trying my hardest. I just picked up a part-time job at McRonald's, and I just think it's going to take a long time on my own.
Should it? I'll see what I could do.
Okay. Thank you. If you decide not to do it, just pretend we didn't have this conversation, okay?
Okay.
Hey, you're a good gal. One of these days you'll get a great husband, or, well, whoever you're interested in, I guess. He kind of awkwardly chuckles.
Thanks.
He goes back to opening his locker, seeing if it works.
Is it working?
Yeah, it looks like it's working from what you see.
Alright. I'll keep going.
Alright, by the time you get to where Dusty usually is, she's not there.
You're not gonna let me brainwash her, are you?
I didn't say that. I just said she wasn't where you thought she was going to be.
Bamboozled.
You did just spend time talking to someone.
Fair enough.
Follow.
Alright.
Does anyone else want to do anything?
I want to learn more about the new rule in school.
Okay. Who are you going to go ask?
Shall see here. How about I ask Kira?
Kira? You see Kira just, looks like she's at her locker, collecting her things. She says, "Oh, I saw you coming a mile away," she winks.
Nice. You're perceptive. Good to know.
No, it's called vampire eyes, idiot. What do you want?
I want information.
This again?
Yeah, this again.
Let me guess, you want to figure out what the new rule is.
Yeah,
I'm sure...
what do you want in return?
Yeah, I'm a little curious myself, but... it might take me some time, to be honest. If they're keeping it hush-hush, they're probably only going to talk about it in school board meetings, so I'll see what I can find out, teehee. But
Yeah,
what I
thank you.
want in return, it's something I think only a few people can give me. If you could, by chance, maybe get Thomas alone in a room, that would be great. I'm just gonna get back at him a little bit. Wink.
Sure.
He won't feel a thing, I promise, though.
Yeah. I will do that.
Just wait till after you get the information. No sense in making a deal unless I can fulfill my goal.
Of course.
And with
So much.
no problem.
Please.
Cheeky little bugger.
Yeah.
She goes back to her locker.
I go away. Happy.
Alright. Cool beans. And Chiron, how's things coming on your end? It's the end of your actual first day of school.
Yeah, uneventful, I guess. Not going out of my way to pursue anything currently. It's just a nice lunch. At
Okay.
this point.
Seems legit. Someone comes a little late and he's got a lot of bruises on him. You notice that it's the kid who got second place. These bruises are fresh. It looks like Karma as he just takes a seat at the end of your table and just kind of eats to himself.
Yeah, we'll take interest in the severe bruising. How'd you come by those? He'll ask.
Don't want to talk about it.
No? Always help me after a fight.
Wasn't a fight. It was just some bullies, okay?
That sounds like a fight.
It didn't feel like a fight to me, but I'm kind of getting uncomfortable talking about this. It's kind of the third day in a row.
Alright. I won't push it.
Thanks, Van. I appreciate that. You know, some people have been a little pushy lately, and it's kind of getting on my nerves. But, hey, my name's Carmine, he says. As he looks up at you finally.
Chiron. And, no, I don't see any good in pushing it.
Oh yeah, 15th place. That's what I remember. Huh. Well.
Yeah, it was a slow day.
Well, aren't you lucky though?
I don't know if I'd call myself lucky, Mr. Second Place.
I am quite unfortunate to be here indeed. But I guess you don't want to hear about my depressing story, so well.
If we get you to be a little less broody, I don't mind.
I'm kind of always like this. You're just kind of the first guy that's not been really pushy. Sorry, I've just been having a bad day.
I imagine, with the bruises and being a third day in a row of some bully attack.
As you say that, you see like some guys that look like total chumps and, you know, blue tracksuits. They say, "Hey, look, you want to know the beating, rookie? Mr. Second Place over there, home G?" As they walk up to his table, he's like, "Come on, guys, haven't you had enough fun?" "Huh, enough fun? This ain't fun for us. It's fun for you. We heard that you like getting the beating." As they flip his lunch on the floor. Say, "Yeah, you like that? Don't need to be eaten. Gotta build up that strength, you know?" As they start laughing, and it's just like, as he stands up and tries to start walking away. "Hey, where do you think you're going? We ain't done with you yet."
Scumbags be more obnoxious?
"Hey, you better stay out of this, bub."
I'm trying to, but you're not letting me. I'm trying to sit here and enjoy my lunch, but you're just hooting and hollering and giving this kid a hard time for no good reason.
You know, he's got a point. Let's take this outside. Yeah, boys, let's take this outside. Come here, Carmine. We got some good buddy stuff to do with that. And he's like, "Come on, guys. Enough's enough already." As they, you know, put their arms around his shoulder. "No, it's going to be friendly this time. We promise."
And yeah, no, that'll be enough to get a rise out of Chiron. He's gonna stand up. He's gonna slam his eating ware on the table. All right, you got me. All right, I'll butt in.
"Oh, so Mr. Tough Guy gonna be a big shot now, huh? You've been like up in Detroit, yo? You been in Compton before?" As they flip out a knife. "You think you can handle us?"
Yeah, actually, this is pathetic.
"Oh, look at this guy. He got some balls on him. Yeah, he got some serious cow cojones," says someone else. Yeah. Look at him. He got little scrawny arms. He ain't got nothing on him."
All right, and then despite being something like 5 feet away, Chiron I'm gonna throw a jab. I'm gonna throw a jab at the one with the knife out. Using now. The lighting's got to be ample enough for quirk usage here, yeah?
Oh, yeah, you know.
Nice and well lit.
You know, obviously, you know the school rules. Can't use your quirk on random people.
Oh, it's not going to stop me here. No, we're too impulsive for that shit.
And they're like, hey, bros, check if he's got the guns first. Nah, he don't got no guns, as your fist connects with him.
Let's see.
Yeah, your fist is totally going to connect with this guy as hard as he can. He's like, yeah, he's got no guns. We can take him. As he feels like this. He doesn't understand what happened, but he's now flat on his face, scorpion to the ground. And they say, bro, what happened? Get up. As they look at him, he must have some type of quirk or something. We can't prove that. He just punched the air. Man, this guy's got something. Well, he went into the wrong gun show, they say as they flex their muscles. Let's get him!
Could you stop being so fucking pathetic and just fight me already, for the love of God?
They
What
go,
is wrong with you
eat
guys?
this! As they all simultaneously throw their punch at your face.
Show them the way.
You'll have to defend twice.
Yeah, so I'm rolling 3 dice on this one.
Yeah, sure, let's go with that. You might want to refresh your dice menu.
Yeah.
There you
There
go.
There's one.
So that's a defend, and
And
that's a
two.
defend. Perfect. So the first one, I'll be frank with you, since it was a tie, you didn't necessarily dodge him, but you managed to like block it as you raise an arm and, you know, catches your arm. So you guys don't really get anywhere with that. But the other one, you clearly dodge. Like the small scrawny guy tries to kick you in the shin, you just sidestep it. And they're like, hey, this guy's got some moves. He think he can fight. Well, let's see how he likes round number 2.
Right. And
Cuckoo-ca-choo.
and this time I'm gonna hit him with the Spectre Blitz. So I'm gonna punch one. I'm gonna jaw check the guy in front of me,
Mm-hmm.
and then use his shadow to hit the guy behind him. There you go.
Oh, sick. Yeah, both of these guys eat it. You want to describe what happens to them since you're victorious?
Yeah, sure. So the one nearest to Chiron is getting a face full of fist, and then from chump number 1 shadow is a projection of another fist shooting out from the ground and jaw checking the guy behind him, similar to guy number 1.
And with that, they're unconscious. Like, they're scorpioned as well. All 3 of them are scorpioned at this point. And you see Carmine, he's kind of gives you a nod and a smile, and then starts walking away.
And Chiron's gonna go back to his table and just go on with lunch like nothing happened.
And with that, you feel kind of a hand on your shoulder as she says, and you'll be spared. And with that, the hand on your shoulder goes away.
Ominous.
And with that, the day continues on. As basically the rest of school comes to a close. I assume, does anyone have any special thing, or do we need to get to Jules' special thing?
I have nothing special. So, you will take it away.
Jewel, it's your
So
time to
first things
shine.
first. So first things first, once I wrap up eating, probably around 4 o'clock, I'm gonna hunt down my sister.
Okay. She's there, kind of poking in and out of the girls' bathroom with a glee on her face.
Yeah. Jewel is just gonna say, hey, I need to borrow your phone for an hour or 2.
She says, whatever, take it.
Okay.
So,
Takes it and walks away.
she's like, you're not even gonna ask why? She just sighs. She's just like,
Jewel looks back at her and sees what she's doing. I know why.
but, well, my brother knows too well. Anyways, she peeks back in.
But yes, and then he's gonna head round back to the rich dorm, find one of the vending machines, and then when no one's looking, he's gonna sellotape, sorry, duct tape. We're in America.
Duct tape.
duct tape an out of order sign to said vending machine, and first things first. Once he's done that, he's gonna open up Dusty's phone to his YouTube page, his YouTube live stream page, and place it in the vending machine with a little note that basically says, "Yo, hey, so I might be sprawled out on the roof right now. Might want to record this live stream, by the way." Yeah, basically something along those lines. Not in those exact words, but you get the idea. Oh, actually, just before he puts both of those in there, he's gonna buy 3 sodas.
Okay. Do you buy 3 sodas successfully with your meager allowance?
Yes, and then he puts those 2 things in there, and a little closer to 5 o'clock, he starts making his way up to a little closer to like 3:30, 5 o'clock. He starts making his way up to the roof, drinking the first can of soda.
Okay.
And when he gets close, he probably puts the collar on.
Sounds like a plan. And
wait, I almost forgot. I also get a piece of cloth and a pair of earbuds.
All right.
And finally, I check. How big are the pockets of my hoodie? Would I be able to, say, conceal a small firearm in one of them?
Of course.
Jesus.
Brilliant. Okay. That's all the prep done.
All right. With your prep successfully accomplished, you know your YouTube feed's on. You know, a certain someone is eventually soon will get your message.
Oh, right. I almost forgot. To the note, I also add on the backside is a detail of Sherry's quirk, and basically explains everything I learned, and then says, "So don't come us from the front," or something like that. Don't do a direct assault. Yeah. Okay, now I'm done.
Okay, perfect. All right.
So, yeah, continue.
So you gonna open the door?
Yeah. I assume I see her and some goons now.
As you open the door, I need you to make a instant defensive will check.
Okay. Let's see. This is with Iron Will.
Yes, the Iron Will, which you get the 2+ for initially. This is the only time you get it, the 2+, and then you can choose to activate your shock collar if you want, now or later.
Yeah, and I can do it after the roll too, right?
That's correct. That's what I meant.
Good. That is a 4.
Okay.
Let's see.
If you want to succeed, you'll need to roll higher. Just so I can be clear with you.
Let's see. I've got 3 drama dice. I think I'm gonna roll 2 of them.
Do you want me to surprise you with the number, or do you want to know the number?
I wouldn't mind knowing the number.
Okay. You will need to get at least a 12.
At least 12. Okay.
Good.
In that case, guess I'll open by activating the collar too.
All right. Activate the collar away.
So let's see. That's 5 extra dice. Let's see. Yeah, I've added 2 drama dice, and so that's 3. Yeah.
All right. Roll 3 more dice. Those will be added to your roll.
That is, let's see, an 8. Ooh. Okay. Do I want to risk the last drama dice? Fuck it.
All right. Okay.
Let's see.
That is 8's still your highest.
Yeah.
And with that, you immediately open the door to a flowery field. You don't feel... You feel like you're... As you hold your shepherd's cane, and you're herding sheep. This is what you've been doing all your life. Sheep herding. You can remember this now. It only makes sense. You've been a sheep herder all your life. And there's your sister with you, sheep herding with you.
If you'll allow, I want to roll intuitive to see if I can sense that something's off.
Of course. Statistically, you've been hit with paralyze, just so you know.
Okay, that's a 6.
Nothing's wrong with the sheep as far as you can tell. Everything's in the ordinary. Your sister's having a kind of a gentle conversation with you. As she's like, so brother, have you seen any wolves today?
He looks at her and says, no.
Oh good. You think we'll make it to the cottage in time? We need to shear these sheep soon. Their fur's quite rowdy, don't you think?
I suppose.
Brother, you know, you'll never be a good salesman of the fur if you don't talk more.
You can handle that.
Well, it's the least I can do for you, Oni-chan.
I've never heard a shepherd say Oni-chan.
Sorry, that's my weeb coming out.
Okay.
But with that, so just to be clear, statistically, the first round's gonna go. And the second round will happen, the first round after that. You still have like 2 more turns in this, 3 more turns in this illusion, if that makes sense.
Okay.
But since it is the second round where she can't do anything, you may roll to get out of the illusion. Will check with the 2, and you can choose to use the shock collar still. You must still breach the original roll.
The 2 bonus dice?
2 bonus dice were for the original illusion. Now that you're fully convinced you're in the illusion, you may no longer receive the 2+ bonus. But you can still take the shock collar bonus.
Yeah, I was just wondering because you said 2 dice.
Of course, it's the standard 2, plus whatever your Iron Will is, plus the shock collar if you choose. Okay.
That's 2.
He did not breach the 12. Alright, so with that, the illusion continues to go as planned as you eventually make it to the cottage. And she says, well, we made it, brother. It was only 3 hours of walking, but I'm happy we finally made it. Hey, do you notice something wrong with the cottage, brother?
I'm about to roll my intuitive.
Okay.
Okay. That is a 6.
You definitely notice something wrong, as the cottage is no longer a cottage, but instead it turns into a nice little corridor, a city corridor. You're no longer a shepherd, but now you're a pro-hero fighting in the streets, but your sister is being held by a terrifying fright. It looks like the hero killer that you've seen, as he holds her and she says, please brother, save me! And he says, nothing will save her now. You now take 12 mental damage.
Okay.
As you see him getting ready to slit her throat.
So that leaves me at... Oh, damn. This should be easy math. What's 20 minus 12?
8.
Thanks. Okay.
So you may roll to get out of the illusion. It's now you're part of the initiative.
Okay. Roll again. Then. Actually, to save some time, would I be able to add intuitive as a bonus for noticing something's off, or? It's up to you.
Not in this case. She's fully convinced you're in the illusion, regardless of the illusion she puts you in. I'd say in the beginning, yes, but not at this time.
What about lucky now?
You can use your lucky dice. Of course, you get 1 per session.
No. Lucky, the ability, not drama. I've already spent all my drama.
In this universe, you would not be lucky, but outside you can certainly get lucky. Roll your 1 lucky dice to see if anything funny happens outside.
Okay.
I will allow for that at least. Okay, so nothing necessarily interesting happens outside besides your plan is still in full effect. But
right.
With that, I actually do have to make another roll because in the nick of time before the next round starts, your special someone comes in and just looks at you and says, "Are you okay?" Obviously, you're unresponsive. She says, "Crap." And she sneaks around, does some crazy stuff. Obviously, you're not seeing this, but just to describe for you, she actually climbs the back of the building like a champ and like tries to pile drive into the crowd. Let's see if she can dodge it, though. And of course, she pile drives into a bully. A bully blocked for Sherry.
Yeah.
And with that, hold on, I gotta adjust this.
In the meantime, Illusion Me is going to shoot Hero Killer.
Of course, Illusion, you may shoot Hero Killer. It goes right through him. You assume his quirk has something to do with that. Let's see, can she dodge it? Does she have Iron Will? Uh-oh. Okay, yeah, oof. So, yeah, you notice that... Okay, you don't notice anything, but I'm gonna be frank with you. Your girlfriend's not getting out of that illusion anytime soon. But, however, you notice the nightmare does not get any worse as the hero killer just merely mocks you at this point. You may roll again to get out of the nightmare.
Okay.
This will be your final round after her next attack.
That is a 6.
Okay. No, you did not breach the 12, so you are stuck for the final round of the nightmare. You're actually lucky your girlfriend prevented you from getting hit with a nightmare attack.
Yeah.
And with that, the villain begins slitting your sister's throat in front of you as she screams in agony. You take, let's see, 20 damage.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, so let me just get up a calculator.
Let's see, 20 times 20 minus 8 and that times 8. Alright, that would be, you would take 12 endurance damage at that point.
Okay. Yeah, I've already got it up, so I can do it. I would take 12, you said?
Yes.
That's, leaves me down at 13. There we go.
Alright. And with that, as you see the most horrifying thing you possibly can imagine, you finally awaken from this terrifying, awful nightmare, and you just see her glaring at you. And then she just merely says, "You're still standing. Quite impressive. I hope you learned your lesson."
Jewel notices, Ushio, behind her.
Oh yeah, Ushio's being held by a bully off the edge of the building. And she says, "I wouldn't try anything. She is stuck in a powerful illusion right now. And you know, one flip of a gun switch, and we might just accidentally drop her."
Sherry, right? You really want to be responsible for killing a student?
I'm okay with that. I kind of have free reign over the school.
Oh, really?
Look, I've done worse
So
to
what
make
was
a
that
meal.
said? So, let me ask you a question. Why is it you're bullying this Carmen kid?
You know, maybe you beat me. I might just tell you. But that's for me to know and for a filthy man like you not to know.
Alright. Jewel considers this. What was that you said? No clicking guns? Alright. He pulls the guns out of his pockets and drops them on the ground.
Smart man.
And then rushes the bully
Okay.
with knives.
you pull out the knives. Great. You may attack said bully.
Okay.
I assume your attempt is not necessarily knock him out and, get her to throw him up, but to get the bully in such a position where he no longer can throw her off the building, right?
Yeah, basically I'm gonna roll my knives attack, and then during the process of that, I'm gonna dig them into him and try to yank him back.
Okay. Roll for it.
That's 15.
Oof. And you succeed with flying colors. 15 minus 6, that's 9. 9 times 2, that's 18. Oh, wow. You do succeed in wounding him, but this guy has a metal quirk, says your knives barely go into him. But it looks like you caused him to bleed. He's bleeding pretty profusely as he just is struggling to maintain position. He's like, "You'll pay for that, punk. If I wasn't ordered from the boss not to move, I'd put you down right now." You can tell this bully is hardier than the rest.
Yeah, so that looks like it hurt, right?
Oh yeah, your blades are inside of him. It's just not
he's
vital.
So he's probably pretty focused on how that hurts right now, right?
Of course.
So I'm gonna yank off the shock collar and jab it on him instead.
Okay. So you're putting the shock collar on him.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna let this knock him out. As it electrocutes his metal body, forcing him to go down. Of course, his hands are so clenched on the victim that he falls to the side with the victim, and she is saved by herself. And she says, "Oh, wow, that was really clever of you. Too bad he's kind of an idiot, but so are you. You need to make another will check."
Okay.
And you must beat an 8, it looks like. No, a 9.
Let's see if I can do that with 2 dice. Guess what? I won't be able to at all.
You can.
Do it.
Do it! Ah, you were close. As you feel yourself slink into another illusion. This one's different. It starts off, you're a child now, and you're being cradled by your mother's womb. As she says, "You'll have a great and powerful quirk one day. I just know it."
Okay, so since I don't have the shock collar anymore, I will start rolling lucky dice.
Okay.
And speed up the process of someone noticing what's...
Sure.
So,
would you like to roll the lucky dice? Or would you like to spend a conservative effort to get out of the illusion?
What does conservative effort do?
Just roll your will dice to break the illusion. You have to break the 9.
I don't have will.
Yeah, it's 2 dice.
Yeah. I'm not beating it with 2 dice, so I'm just gonna rely on my luck.
Okay.
I mean, hey, man, he said all you needed was a 12, right? He's got to roll double 6s.
No, he's got to get a 9 this time. So all he needs is
That's
double 5
still
or double
pretty
6.
steep.
You got a 20% chance at that point.
Of getting 2 numbers that are the same, let alone one's high.
And you get 2 free rolls without her being able to do anything.
Okay, but alright, if I get 2 free rolls, I'll use those before starting on
because
an 11% chance of rolling double 5.
Yeah, because obviously, she can't hit you the first time, and the second time she's stunned. So, based on what you saw there. As the illusion maintains its hold fairly firmly, as it switches back to the nightmare. Instead of slitting her throat, now something else terrible is happening to her. As you see his hand firmly grasped in her stomach, and he says, "Maybe if I fish around a bit, it'll cause your sister more pain. What do you think?" Alright, this time you take 18 damage.
Unless I take a breather, which I don't think I have the time to.
You're currently paralyzed, so a breather's out of the question.
Okay, then I'm out.
Okay.
So unless Ushio can pull something out of her bag,
Yeah, she's coming out of the illusion this turn.
I will roll, since this is a pretty dire situation. I will roll lucky and see if a miracle happens.
Of course.
So that's 2 dice plus my lucky. That's 5.
All right.
So something nice might happen, but.
All right. Now, normally I don't allow lucky dice like this, but in this case, I will allow it once again. As at this point, you wake up in the infirmary with Ushio. And you see Bombshell kind of putting a cloth next to you. You recognize her immediately just from her heroic face. As she says, "You took quite a beating out there, kid. I'm glad I got there when I did. If I didn't get there sooner, they probably would have killed you. They were stepping on you, kicking on you. I couldn't stand by and watch anymore." She is putting her boobs on you and on the specific spots, and the wounds are healing. Your girlfriend was even worse.
Ignoring that, he immediately checks his phone. Did the stream go up?
Yeah, for the most part, it was looking at a wall for the first bit of it, and then the stream shows...
the audio's there.
Oh, yes, the audio is definitely there. But it shows you charging, rushing, and then it shows you looking at the ground a bit. Then it shows the audio of you getting beat up after that, and then you hear the audio of the teacher saying, "I can't do anything about this, but give me their bodies. It's my obligation as a hero to heal them." And you just hear a bunch of laughing and mocking and say, "Make sure they know when they wake up not to come back again, and let us keep to our business."
Alright, so, seeing that the video's up, he's going to make it public and go straight on to, what's this school's name again?
The Freedom University.
Yeah. She made it sound like the staff wouldn't do anything if they found out, right?
It sounds pretty obvious.
Yes. Okay, so he's going to post this on Twitter and post a link to the video on Twitter and say, cover up at, you know, that kind of at Freedom University.
Mm-hmm. Okay, do you have a pretty big social media following?
No, but Ushio does, and she probably follows me.
Of course, of course. She does have a bigger following, and she does like, subscribe, share. This does gain a bit of traction, but this will take some time.
As long as the job gets done, that's the important part. You got to crack a few omelets to make a few eggs, and sometimes you're the omelet.
Of course. She just keeps rubbing your head and says, "I'm sorry I didn't get there sooner."
He shows her what he just posted and says, "Nah, I got what I needed."
"I'm sorry. Even if this does go viral, it won't change the rule."
Well, then I guess I'll just have to go back for a second licking.
I should be stopping you, but it would cost her jobs if we actually tried to help. And to be honest, I'm a hero. Every part of me says I want to fight, you know? Especially against scumbags like them, but... Just this... I'm not supposed to tell you this, but... Look, in the meeting today, we got word from the principal that one of the sponsors of the school that funds a vast majority of the money at school is willing to pull away their funding if we do anything to the student, and that they should have free reign. The principal's a businessman, but a hero by nature. He was pretty upset, but had no choice. So, don't tell anyone I told you
Jewel gives her a
this.
smile. Jewel gives her a smile. He said they'll pull funding if the staff does anything to her.
She winks. Yep.
Well, guess I've got some work to do, pulls himself out.
Hey, your leg's still broken. Can I take care of that?
Go right ahead.
She squeezes her boobs, and you can tell her boobs have gone from like at least a B cup to now a D cup, and you see she's kind of steaming and her muscles are pulsating. And she says, "If you excuse me, I'll need to go to my venting room before this gets out of hand."
Yeah. And presumably still stiff as fuck.
Oh yeah.
He reckons Ushio can be taken care of just fine, and immediately goes to find Carmen.
All right, you do so. Everyone else, just so you know, you see this video online of your friend getting. If you are on social media, you see a trending topic saying "Cover up at school." Teachers are unable to assist as bullies beat on white man and white girl. Racism is.
How do they know we're white?
It is assumed white. Some headlines are saying gangster black people beat up white guys. Some headlines are saying innocent young girl beaten by innocent young girl. The headlines are different, but it is now becoming a trending topic that someone's getting actively bullied at school.
Damn.
And you know the person in the you see the person in the video quite clearly, or at least you hear his voice quite clearly, and you see the girl from your class.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure anyone else I helped in the exam would probably recognize my voice immediately.
Of course. And with that, you see Kira, she kind of flaps on your shoulders as a vampire, and she says, "Hey, I saw what you did."
Jewel gives her a side glance and says, "So, what's the reaction?"
It means if you want my help, this is, I think, free life force for me. Wouldn't you agree?
You should probably wait until I'm in better condition.
Oh, boo. Teehee. Well, if you need any help, just let me know. This video's going great. A lot of students have caught the attention. You should talk to a few. She winks in her bat form as she begins flapping away.
Yeah, anyone else approach me on the way to Carmen?
Because keep in mind, he was unconscious for like, I'm going to say 2 hours, so everyone's had time to review the video and ask for where he is if you want to run into him.
Yeah, sure.
Anyone else?
Why not?
Okay, so we got 2
fine.
people. Soraya, the girl, do you want to run into him? We can just make this a hodgepodge.
I mean, you're the only one who hasn't said yes already.
Soraya, the girl?
Oh, I said yes. I'm sorry. Muted myself.
Okay, so it's going to be a hodgepodge as you see him kind of like walking out of the infirmary, pretty stiff. A bat flies off his shoulder, and you guys just happen to run into him.
My arms are
Probably
crossed
still
and
a
I'm
little bruised.
Oh, yeah.
my arms are crossed and I'm giving him a mad look. Just mad.
If he the second he notices you, he sticks his tongue out playfully.
You could have asked for help.
Coulda, but she called me up there because I punched her guys. You didn't.
I still owe you for the help you gave me. And I'll give a mental picture of the bomb he gave me. I'm not going to actually give words on that one.
Yeah. Plus, I imagine when he helped you in the exam.
Oh, and the exam.
Yeah. Meh. Just doing what I thought was right. That ain't nothing special.
I'll make that noise in your head, because again, can't make noise.
Anyway, you got anything important to say? I got somewhere that...
If it's to go fighter, I'm going with you.
Don't you think I'd rest up before round 2?
Fine.
He's still kind of at like 5 endurance, 5 health.
Yeah, that's pretty bad, dude.
And there your healer quick
You other
insight.
two are standing there by the...
He just needs a good night's rest. The healer quirk got her back up. That's about it.
Yeah. So, are you gonna say anything, or will we head to Carmen? Out of character. That's not said in character.
Wait, no, I don't think there's anything we're saying. Chiron's just tagging along.
Oh, so you're following him now. All right. In that case, yeah. Where do I find the weeb?
He's in his room. It's pretty late. I mean, again, it was like 2 hours after 5 o'clock, so, you know. Oh, well, thanks, Dylan.
Yeah. So I head into the pleb dorm and knock on his door.
And with that, the door is already open, as you kind of see him like cradled on the ground, and he's just like shaking. All of you guys see this as he's just kind of crying. He doesn't even know you guys coming in.
Are you
So,
okay, man?
without touching him, Joel walks in, sits down, not next to him, but, a decent distance to him, and says, "You're not alone, you know."
It's like, I can't take this anymore. I just want to go home.
What's keeping you here then?
I have no choice.
You ever heard this phrase, make the best of a bad situation?
Well, how do you make the best of a bad situation when the school just allows you to get bullied? How am I supposed to make the best of that when I'm the target of their constant badgering?
Why
Joel
don't you
rubs
fight
his
back?
chin. I don't know. Pulls out his phone. But this might be a start.
He takes a look at the stream and he wipes away his tears and says, "Well, you still got your ass kicked. There's no way you can stop
Doesn't
them."
matter. The story's out there now.
Do you think that will change anything? They'll still come after me.
That? Yep, but now you got people watching your back. Staff can't do anything about it, but you think the students aren't going to get riled up?
He gives the standard anime. As he looks visibly shocked, but in like a happy way. He's like, "You mean? Is that true?"
Like I said, kid, you ain't alone.
He just begins sketching for a second, and he just says,
Is he gonna say words, or is he gonna keep grunting like a?
as he just keeps sketching, and he's just like, "Thank you."
No problem. See you in the morning.
I actually want to read his thoughts to know what he's sketching.
Okay.
Or can I mentally...
He's pretty mentally weak right now, so you can tell his surface level thought is, "Gotta draw this Goku perfectly."
Goku. Interesting.
Yeah. So, patting his own back, to straighten it out a little bit. Jewel walks past the rest of you and says, "Well, I should probably go to bed." Later.
I'll wave him. I'll wave goodbye.
Your rooms are like right next to each other, so it's no big deal.
Where? Yeah, yeah. So, anyone else gonna do anything?
Yeah, anybody else?
I'll toss a business card at his feet. There you go. Here's my number.
He just kind of laughs. Thanks, bud.
Mm-hmm. Well, then Tyron will take his leave.
I'm just going to say to him, if you ever need anything, I can always give you information or anything like that.
She told me to watch out for you.
Of course she did. It's me we're talking about.
He just smiles.
Have a good day.
Thanks anyways.
You're welcome. I walk out.
And with that, you guys exit the room. The door closes behind you, but he doesn't get up.
You know, you gotta take this rebirth of life. You gotta give him his life back one step at a time. That's not something you can do just in one. Rome wasn't built in a day. Carmen wasn't built in a day.
Mm-hmm. And with that, I guess we'll conclude the day.
Yeah.
All right, next day begins. As you see, everyone's kind of up and about a little bit earlier than usual. Oh, by the way, we are getting to the 2-hour mark, which is generally where I say if you guys want to take a quick break, 15 minutes, you guys are welcome to take it. Get like a drink or something. Everyone want to do that real quick?
Yeah, it works for me.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. So,
just before I head to the bathroom, I get my health and endurance back.
oh, of course, you got a full night's sleep. By game rules, that's full health and endurance, including the one I said you couldn't get back until the next day.
Oh,
Cool.
Nice. So.
Same thing with you.
BRB then.
All right, everyone.
Plebs taking hits.
Hmm?
Look at these plebs taking hits in the first place.
Right? No, that she's pretty OP if she gets you an illusion, but she ain't all that great after that.
Yeah. But see you soon.
Either way, come back here at 7:05. I will still be here if anyone wants to talk or discuss anything. You know, that kind of thing. Cool. Just me. Boop. Wonder what the chat's saying. I know this is a little taboo for me, but I'm bored. Oh, I should probably... Oh, I know what I forgot to do.
What did you forget to do?
I forgot to change the title on the stream. Now everyone's going to think this is session 0.
Get me back, huh? It's fine. I got some great prizes to talk about.
It's not the end of the world.
It's the end of the world, pretty much, for me. I'm a failure. I'll do that later. It's not important anyways. So how you enjoying the stream?
I'm enjoying, well, not the stream, but the role playing? Absolutely.
I know, cringe. Thanks, Hippo Kid. I'm cringing. Yeah, no, I keep forgetting that all the time. Thank you so far for the compliments, guys. So far, we're expecting a lot of good things to happen. Sarai, how are you feeling about it? Saraya?
Feeling good. Sorry, had to mute myself for a second. Taking care of some business.
Oh, of course. So what did you think of the fight?
Pretty intense.
Oh, yeah, no, that was definitely great. I thought it was something to be admired. I'm going to rename this the final battle, ?
No, it's not the final battle. It's not even close.
That's why I'm putting it the question mark. Quit questioning my creative genius. I am a genius.
Yes, you are.
Boom.
So,
players don't seem comfortable with each other yet, but the game world is coming together well. Once the players find some NPCs to stick to, it should come together nicely. I agree with Shonen main character. Either way, I think the group... What do you think about the group? Would you agree that the group's still kind of having a coming together?
Yeah, we're just not a group.
Mm.
But we still need to work on becoming a group.
Mm-hmm. And I think with, even though Jewel did this fairly solo-y, I would agree. And I think it's just going to take some time. So I think what is going to happen is, due to the solo move by Jewel, it's going to help bring everyone together. And I think that's... I'm looking forward to that, hoping that kind of brings you guys together. We'll see how the characters react. It seems like you guys are all kind of clinging around Carmine. So I think that's there's the key right there. Carmine, the solo action, bringing everyone together. That's my thoughts. What do you think, Sarai?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds fair. Dylan, you back?
Yes, I live.
You live. How are you enjoying the session so far, being technically your second session?
It's good. The system's feeling good, but every character so far seems to act the exact same way, though. It's kind of off-putting.
Which ones?
Every NPC.
I see. Well, I will keep working on that then. I will take that criticism to heart. It's definitely, I will admit, it is a difficult thing with different NPCs. But either way, we will keep having a good time.
So bloody many of them.
This is true.
2 full classes, 3, 4, 15 teachers.
Of course. Yeah, they basically all fit into stereotypes.
But I mean, otherwise, I'm enjoying the system. It's very reminiscent of Fate. It's very easy to get into, definitely.
Oh yeah, I would agree with you there. I'm looking forward to you getting more involved with the party too. I know it's kind of like your first time trying to get into everything like mid-session.
It's finding motivation for Chiron to care, mostly.
Right. My theory with Soraya was the whole solo action, posting social media, what's going on in the school, and maybe the Carmine incident is probably going to be like a driving factor. It seems that's where you guys are going, but I could be wrong.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he seems to be the focal point of everything happening so far. So, methinks that we're taking the Carmine route this playthrough.
The Carmine route.
Which, by the way, if I get the chance to, I will flat out start a revolution against that girl. Sounds like it when, given that video and all the shit I've done for people already, it sounds like getting people wouldn't be that hard.
Not at all. I think you'll have more allies than you possibly can count. Either way, it was definitely a very strategic play. Win or lose, now you know the secrets as to why you had a 10% chance of winning, even if you got everyone's attention. At least the first try.
Really, though, getting my ass kicked to get the message out, I think that's more inspiring.
I would agree, because now you're a martyr.
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus.
I did half joke there, but it is true. You're more likely to side with the underdog.
I would agree. And plus, if you have, I firmly believe having Soraya the Girl's character there gives you guys an edge that you normally wouldn't have.
Yeah. I mean, just look at Moomin Rider.
Oh, right? Everyone freaking loved Moomin Rider. They couldn't do diddly squat. They're just like, Moomin Rider, you can do it! And for a brief moment, even you believe he can do it. It's great.
Oh, that scene
Absolutely
was so
not.
good.
I personally felt like he could do it.
I have faith that Moomin Rider would beat the fucking Sea King.
Well, Well, even if you didn't believe you could do it, you wanted him to, is the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Also false. I want to
Uh,
see him I want to see him get obliterated.
Dylan,
I
no.
was
We
satisfied.
got a movement hater here, boy.
Come on, everyone. Bring out the frickin' Ugandan knuckles to banish him.
Get
What?
out your bicycle helmet.
God, there's some meme necromancy happening in this Discord. I tell you what.
You don't know the
Oh no. It's coming.
know the way. He doesn't know the way. To know the way, you need to have Ebola.
Rest of Ebola, know the way.
The meme necromancy is over 9,000 at this point.
Jesus.
Memer
Well, I
mancy.
mean, it is a dead meme, so it is necromancy.
Memer mancy.
Right.
That was pretty great, though.
But yeah, how do you think I handled the whole situation?
You,
Could have been better.
you know, ask your fellow players. I think they will probably have better criticism because I'm right now all goo goo gaga, like, oh, I'm everywhere right now. I thought it was great.
One at a time, please. Dylan, what do you think first? No.
Good looking out.
Yeah.
I don't know how I would have done anything differently there. Yeah,
The
kind
dice
of
just
boxed
weren't
in.
on my side was the thing.
Have iron will, forehead.
Yeah.
Be like Chiron, big brain.
Based on all the shit I'm doing, though, I think it's kind of obligatory I take a particular ability when I rank up.
Mm,
Famous.
famous. I think we can all agree to that.
I think I will have heavily deserved it by that point.
Oh yeah, the martyr, also known as Jewel
The-
Northrop.
Also known as Mr. Anime Protagonist, with spiky hair included.
He doesn't have spiky hair, but he's
Yet.
got the really flat, messy hair and the broody attitude.
So,
Oh,
alright,
messy
let's-
hair.
How many broody characters do we have now? Chiron's pretty there.
Uh huh.
He's not broody. He's just short-tempered, I guess. He's.
I'd say
I,
your
how
teacher's
many-
broody.
how many of the Bakugo archetypes are we playing with? That's what I should be asking.
I'd say I don't think we have too many Bakugos, to be frank.
No.
But
I
Bakugo
want
ain't
my
broody.
nitroglycerin.
Bakugo ain't broody.
I know. I
He's
I'm
just too prideful for
correcting myself here.
I think we
But,
might have a little bit more. Hold on, give me a second. A Todoroki's though, like Todoroki brooding.
Mm.
The teacher would be one of them. I would say that Chiron, and Jewel are definitely on that level. I'm trying to think who else would be the broody type. I wouldn't say Carmine's the broody type. He's just got some serious PTSD. I'm sure you'll actually like his personality when you get him past that. But yeah, I guess you could say
Good progress.
you're making some progress. Let's see. Those are the Class 101 people, though. Class 102, I think, might have... it might have one more broody person. So I think that brings us to a total of like 4 or 5 broody people.
Don't put them all in a room together.
It would be a brood session.
Do I count as broody?
No, you're actually a Bakugo archetype, if you could speak.
Yes.
True.
I just want
I'm
all the Final Fantasy brooders to be in one room together.
Brood.
So that would be like Squall, Lightning, Advent Children Cloud specifically. You could get Kingdom Hearts
Noctis.
Cloud in there if you want to count multiple versions.
Mhm.
What about shows here? Chapter 3, Noctis.
Yeah, Noctis is more angsty than broody.
Yeah, but he was extremely broody in the beginning
He-
of the game. When he seriously
Nah,
was thinking of killing someone.
I'm gonna have to give a pass on that. I think Noxus had a lot more personality in the beginning. He was a lot more of a happier, jovial fellow.
To be fair, his brood is kind of justified.
Yes. However, I would like to say at least the greatest Final Fantasy, Final Fantasy II. Let's not forget that one was the greatest Final Fantasy.
Praise the Lord for Final Fantasy II.
If we want a 15 rep for the brooding room, though, I would like to offer up Gladiolus.
Ooh, Gladiolus.
Yeah, I've played a Final Fantasy game before too. I tell you what.
Let us all put up our pinky fingers and start talking about how much we love Final Fantasy, though most of us have probably only ever heard of 7.
That room immediately gets twice as filled if we include the Kingdom Hearts characters.
Oof. You're not wrong.
Let's see, we got Riku, we've got Replica Riku, we've got no, I'll not count Axel. He's more of a snarker than a brute.
Terra.
Yep.
Oh, Terra. Let's see. Oh, we've got what's his face? Roxas.
Pretty much everyone on Organization 13 except Axel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, not. Oh, a good
Axel
chunk
was
of them
best.
aren't brooders. You've got Zigbar, you've got Luxord, you got my boy Demix.
Yeah.
Really,
I guess
only
it's
a
just
few of them are brooders.
Xemnas and the moon guy.
Sayax.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Also, apparently Sayax is like a weird werewolf man or something.
Yeah, that's where the whole moon fascination comes from.
Well,
fun facts.
Fun facts indeed. Let's get started. We're at that 5-minute mark. We're at the 15-minute mark. And we will pick up right where we left off on that cliffhanger of what is the party going to do after getting there. Okay, only one party member got his butt kicked. But the rest got to see the results of the butt kicking. So
I'm a martyr now.
You are a martyr on social media. You wouldn't believe it. Your social media pages are blowing up about, dude, are you seeing this guy named Julie? Yeah, this guy's gonna be like the best pro hero ever. Like how?
And mute.
And mutes his own social media page as you know your wannabe girlfriend texts you feeds from now and time to time. Check, this one said you were a hunk. I'll stab him later, don't worry. But this one said you were a hunk, and this one said you were cool, and etc. so forth.
I only send one text back the entire time, and that is, please no stabbing people, or causing permanent damage in any other way.
The response she gives back before sending you a feed message again is always, only because you asked. And with,
I imagine there's a little bit of whispering when I walk into the classroom as well.
Oh, of course. The party gets back to the class with nothing unusual happening besides the fact that there's most of class 101 is actually surrounding Carmine and just walking him through, like, just talking to them like they're friends, trying to make it seem like normal. Though Carmine doesn't respond, he actually prefers this over being surrounded by bullies at this point, as you all notice.
Jewel walks up to him and says, "They overdoing it?"
He's just like, look, it's basically like my own personal meat shield at this point, so I think I'll take it.
All right. Goes to his seat.
What's Carmine doing?
He's sitting at his desk as everyone else is sitting around him in looks like a casual way, but it's pretty obvious they're just surrounding him.
Okay, so people are
made
just
themselves into a meat shield.
Okay, so people are
not
just
even a meat shield, like a meat barrier.
Yes, a meat barrier. So Kira's in the Thomas, Thor, Silva, Alexander. Ushio kind of stays close to you, but is paying attention to the circle. Sherry's not there, obviously, and so those are the ones who are comprising of this meat barrier.
Yes. And, Jewel goes to his seat, puts his head down, hood up, like none of this involves him at all.
Of course, you get pats on the back as you do this thing. Good job, man, passing pats on the back.
He does think to himself At least once. Why do I always have to get involved?
Looking good there. Would be a shame if someone gave them Ebola.
Say epilepsy?
If someone what?
I shall show them that way.
Is this in-game?
No.
Okay. Ignore. Alright, so your teacher comes in 5 minutes late, as per usual. He seems in a lot better mood. He's like, okay, class. I can tell you're all having fun with social media. Pulls up his phone. Nice. He gives you a thumbs up.
Jewel keeps his head down.
Hey, if you want, he kind of looks around. I might just let a few of you get out of here and take care of business. Any volunteers? I might not be looking.
I raised my hand.
Okay. He's like, that's one.
I pointed Cal.
He's like, that's two, as he points at you. Anyone else?
Sure, Chiron will throw his line in. Why the hell not?
And he's like, good man. I haven't heard you talk since the foxhole digging.
Yeah, don't remind me.
Says it was quite entertaining.
I'm sure.
That's four. And he says, hey, you, Mr. Popular Guy. You know what? Screw it. I can't. We can't have two of us in the same room together. Get out of here.
He looks a little annoyed, but says, whatever, and walks out of the room.
He just sighs. Anyone else? And then you see a little hand. It's just like, I can't go without my boyfriend. He's not your boyfriend. It's not official. Shut up already.
Teacher's got my back.
He gives you like a thumbs up as you walk out.
I didn't say that in character, by the way.
He knows. As she follows the door out with everyone else. But everyone else just kind of keeps guarding Carmine. He says, that's it, I'm taking no more class. Everyone else, you're going to have to listen to my lecture, which is going to be really boring, wink.
Oh no, save us.
Yeah, get out of here, he says.
I wink back at the teacher.
Alright, and with that, the party leaves the room to do whatever they want for the next hour.
Okay, Jules gonna go to his room. And he's gonna play some Scenic.
No, wait, that's
Scenic the Hedgehog.
Scenic.
But no, that's actually what he does.
That's actually what he does?
Yeah, as you might imagine, he likes games where you can go fast.
Gotta go fast! So are you guys just following him?
Reasons.
Sure.
No, I'm actually going to the cafeteria.
Okay.
No, of course I'm going to follow.
Okay.
So yeah, he walks a little ways on his way to the dorm, but probably once you reach the doors to go outside, he turns around and says, why are you following me?
I got nothing better to do.
And he looks at the rest of you.
I want to stealthily track down Sherry and all her bullies.
So you're not following him. Well, okay, it's pretty clear where they are. You don't have to make a roll for that. They're on the rooftop.
Can I stealthily watch what they're doing? And listen in on their conversation?
Yeah, if you don't want to be a part of the group, that's fine. Give me a stealth roll, I guess.
So wait, what is the group doing again? They're just going to the dorm to sleep for an hour?
Looks like it.
I'm playing.
No, we're going to. Yeah.
I'm gonna go play
Okay.
Scenic.
If you want to drag us into it, though. I think you already know Jewel wouldn't take much convincing.
It's only a 6.
What did you roll for?
That was Art of Stealth to just watch
Okay,
what they're
so
doing.
I'm gonna have to pause you right there. Do you want to leave the group by yourself?
No, there's safety in numbers.
Okay, so you can ignore that roll then, as you're still with the group, I can imagine.
I think the group's just killing time.
Yeah, the group's just killing time right now. Playing Sanic.
Yannick. You got a jump here.
Are you I'm probably going to mentally say, are you guys kidding?
Everyone hears this unless you resist.
Yeah.
Play Sonic.
Jewel looks at her and says, "What do you want me to do? Attack?"
I mean, yeah.
her?"
What else?
Finish up Sherry? She's still here?
Okay. What would be the point in doing that?
Maybe we could find out who sent her?
Okay. What are the chances of us being able to do? Let me ask you 3 questions. What are the chances she won't try to illusion us immediately? What are the chances we'll be able to resist that? And even if we do, what the chances are that she'll actually answer us?
What?
Great
Fair
questions.
point.
Basically, he just explained to her why doing that's a dumb idea.
Wanna gamble?
No thanks.
Sure. I mean, mental resistance isn't that hard.
I am iron-willed. I've got a pretty good chance of resisting.
He looks at the other 2 and says, "You're gonna go even if I say no, aren't you?"
Don't know.
Yes, we're going.
Are we?
Sure.
Alright.
Your quote-unquote girlfriend hugs you on the arm and just says, "Does that mean I get to stab him for hurting you this time?"
Who's what? Why are we stabbing people? What?
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant stab him with joy. She kind of smiles and gives you like a really fake smile, but it's like that yandere smile.
Right. Right.
See, this is my boyfriend. I don't know if we've met. Hi. She puts out her hand. My name's Ishio.
Also, she's not my girlfriend. He just likes saying that.
He's being a tease right now. He just doesn't know it yet.
Greetings, I say. Taking out my hand to.
I already
shake
met you.
I know.
Come on. I'm just trying to be nice. She said,
no, Cairo.
put it there.
Tentatively take her hand and introduce himself. Yeah.
Well, a friend of my boyfriend's is a friend of mine, as long as you don't get too close to him.
Jewel looks at him, looks at her, looks at him, and says, "Wait, we're friends?"
Yeah, it's news to me. I mean, I just volunteered to get out of class at this point.
See, I knew. That's what friends do, is get out of class together, right? I think that's what you do.
Mm-hmm.
It's that American culture thing, right?
Yeah.
I'll
Hey,
nod.
Are we getting out to go for
Jewel
beers?
walks
what are
away
we?
from the group and starts heading for the roof.
And with that, the group begins their treacherous ascent to the roof.
Is that treacherous?
It's pretty
Shoot,
treacherous
that's
with all
been
the
transition.
loitering that's been happening with the bullies. I mean, look at all those cans and stuff. You could trip on them.
Yeah.
Let's go there.
Jewel will just open the door and walk through, but he's going to give people who want to stealth a chance to stealth first.
I could try stealthing.
I ain't gonna have no luck there.
I'll go first then. Try to stealth in.
All right. Let's do your stealth roll, your art of stealth. And with that, let's see. They've got perceptive. Okay, only one of them has perceptive. So, it's a tie, and Sherry's trying to find you out. You can't get a good advantageous position or Sherry will spot you.
Given that my plan is just to walk straight through the door, would that cause enough of a distraction for her not to notice Cal?
Yes.
Alright, with Chiron close behind him.
He basically walks over to the railing and leans his back against it and says, "Hey, just so you know, coming up here a second time wasn't my idea." And he reaches into his bag. "Want a soda?"
She's just like, really? Coming up here a second time? Didn't you learn your lesson? And you brought, looks like
I'm pretty
reinforcements. Are these your goons? Oh, and is that your girlfriend? She's a real piece of work, you know. You see your Ushio start pulling out the knife. Can I stab her yet?
So that's a no on the soda.
Yes.
Didn't I just say coming up here wasn't my idea?
What do you want?
For the record, Chiron interjects, I take exception to being called a goon.
Do you? Well, what do you prefer, man whore?
That's better.
We're just gonna glare. We're just gonna glare at her.
That's what I thought, you filthy man.
I've got my sneering eyes on.
She gives all of you men a very dubious glare. By the way, Cal, you see there's plenty of opportunities now to be stealthy. And you are completely concealed.
I want to set up my sniper rifle somewhere where she can't see it.
So you see that spot on the top of the building, like the AC unit? You're basically on top of there. That's the best place. And you're setting up your sniper rifle at this point.
I'm gonna try and to distract her even more, get some dialogue going, and I'm gonna roll charismatic for that.
Oh, please.
Let's see. And that's 12.
Alright, she's going to be rolling her hatred of men to avoid this conversation. And that's 12. This conversation... So basically, she's not going to outright assault you, but she's not engaging in conversation either, as whatever you try to say. As she's just like, you can leave before...
She's just going... Basically, she's just gonna pretend she's ignoring me, when really she's fucking despising everything I say.
Absolutely, 100%. She's... For some odd reason, none of the goons are making any moves either. It's like, hey, Bubs! You mind leaving our turf? We already taught you a lesson. Now, you want lesson number 2? You keep talking to our lady like that, we'll show you a thing or two about respect.
Yeah, he looks at the goons and says, A, this is a rooftop. It belongs to everyone in the school. And B, you didn't really do anything. It was her that kicked my ass. You just beat me up when I was on the ground unconscious.
That counts, you know, because we got a lickings in good. And then the guy says, yeah, you said it, boss. You tell him real good, you boss.
He looks at Sherry and says, where do you find people this dumb?
Look, I found them on the streets one day, and they needed as much help as I did.
I would like to send a mental message to Jewel to say, anytime you want me to shoot, I'll start shooting.
Jewel says, I don't have a preference.
She's got a fucking gun up here.
It is filled with rubber bullets.
Right, of course it is.
You hear back, I don't have a preference.
And I'll give a hum noise. I was like, come on, you could have had... Oh, come on. Anyway, Okay, is now a good time for me to start shooting?
That's
Any
up
objection?
to you. She is not she is expecting a fight, so she'll only take a -1 to her defense roll.
If it's a snipe?
Oh yeah, she totally takes a -1 under her defense roll.
All right, I snipe.
By the way, given that I have the reflexes to react to this,
Oof.
given that I have the reflexes to react to this, the second I hear the shot go off, I pull out both guns and aim them at her.
Okay, you'll have to roll for initiative though.
Okay, fair enough.
Because she was expecting you guys. But by the way, what you didn't notice is what one of the bullies with an ear quirk knew what you were gonna do, and he rolls to defend for Sherry, and takes the bullet for her. And he goes full unconscious. Like, it knocks him clean off the roof, through the fence, creating a hole in the fence, and busting him clear across the railing, and this, like, pile drives him into the ground 10 stories below. He's fine, though. He's just unconscious.
He's fucking dead.
He's unconscious, but, you know, he's pretty badly bruised up from that. So, let's...
That's a 5. Oh, no, that's a 6.
That is a 6. That is a very nasty 6. So, let's do those initiatives.
Got 4, yeah.
Alright, so we got a tie for first between Shaden and... Actually,
Yeah,
no,
I'm
it's
pretty sure.
no, you rolled more dice, so you get to go first, Shaden.
Alright, so I'm gonna take both.
Oh, yeah, right. I also have to.
Oh, those are good shots.
Oh, absolutely. Question...
Wait, I thought I got a 10.
Oh, did you get a 10?
Yeah, I got a 10.
I see the 10 now. Okay, Shaden, we'll hold off on your gunshots. You're going second.
I got a 1.
You got a 1? Yeah,
Yeah.
You're going dead last.
Yay.
So with that, let's go 1 for Cal, second Shaden. Do you want to use those rolls, Shaden, or do you want to re-roll them since I messed up?
Those are pretty good rolls, so why would I give them up?
I'm just asking.
Could do better.
Why risk it, though?
Sherry, then we get, oh, right, then I still have to roll for, Ushio's going with the rest of the NPCs. Okay, so we've got NPCs after that, Ushio, and then Bully. And then we get dead last, Devi.
Yay.
Okay, initiatives are written down. Let's begin this shindig hullabaloo. Alright, you've got your sniper rifle shot. Hopefully you reduced your endurance. You've got that ready for it.
Yep, I've reduced my endurance. I believe I could do it again. I could just keep going.
Yeah, if your ability says you can, I see no problem with that. Let's see. Strength through qualifications. It's tons of room. Oh, you do have to do another turn to reload, though, so you'd have to spend this turn reloading it if you wanted to use it. It does have activate.
I forgot about it last turn, darn.
So if you wanted to at least reuse it, you could spend this turn activating it.
Okay, I'll reload.
Alright, since she is still far away from you, you are still within range to shoot. Just barely.
So I reload, then I can shoot?
No, it takes your full turn to do this. Or at least your full action.
Yeah, full round, I think it's a...
Yeah, full round. So you could still theoretically do something else.
Just not shoot.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But I assume you don't want to reposition because this is the only spot for you to snipe.
Yeah, this is the only spot. I'm going to implant the idea that she should stop the fight. I'm guessing it's mind control.
You would have to do mind control.
That's a pretty heavy ask.
Okay. So, she is very, very... you notice she's very mentally iron-willed at this point. And she just resists the crap out of...
That's a lot of dice.
Yeah. She resists the crap out of your... She basically, it's like your illusions are fighting with your mind control, and you're not even getting in her head at this point. But she's not getting in your head either, you notice. But yeah, you actually, cock your gun, the massive 50 caliber rubber bullet pops out and loads another round in. And your magazine's still full.
So that's the end of my turn?
Huh?
Okay.
All right. And with that, it comes back to the guy who rolled twice. So Sherry's gonna try and dodge both of them by just like frickin' duck, dodge, duck, dip, dodge, roll. All right, let me take a look at your rolls so I know where I'm going against. Yikes, some of those are scary. Okay, she dodges the second one, just barely, but it puts her in a disadvantageous position to dodge it, so she's going to roll one less. And she got a 10 on the last one, not necessarily a dodge, because she's going to get freaking slapped by it. Yeah, no, that would be a 2 times 2, that's 4. She's going to take the 4 damage as one of your rubber bullets slaps into her, and you kind of hear her just grunt in pain. Alright. It's going to take that 4 damage. And with that, she looks at each of you. And I need you each to do an Iron Will check.
Cool.
I can use my psychic with this, right?
Yes, you can roll the max. I'm assuming you can roll the max 8 dice for defense.
Yep. With Iron Will checks at least.
It's correct.
That's a free.
Okay. Ooh, what's this? Alright. Still waiting for one more from the Sleepy Demon?
Yeah. Iron Will. Shows here, that's
Okay. Syrian, Shaden, Devi, you all are in a meadow as shepherds, leading sheep. But Soraya, as you notice that all of your companions' hands drop, you feel this intense urge to go into another world, but you banish it with the sheer power of your psychic capabilities and put up this intense barrier around your mind as she looks at you in shock, and then she just snaps her fingers and says, "Guys, get him." She looks obviously scared now.
Okay, so when she says get him, who's she pointing to? Me or?
She points to you. So, with that brings us to Ushio. Oh, wait, I still gotta roll for Ushio. I'm pretty sure she can't get past it, though. But you never know. It always helps to have backup. Yeah, no. So, she's stuck in the illusion, too. So, now that Cherry's turn's done, Ushio's gonna try and get out of it. No, she's stuck. Alright, so with that, the bullies are going to make their move. They're going to try and... the bullies have already climbed their way up using their quirks, and are going to try and attack you.
Okay.
There's only one makes it up, though. And he's going to, like, eat this! And goes for a full fist to the face. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. He's got a 2 right there. It's a critical failure. He totally misses.
I'm guessing I don't even have to move.
Yeah, he says, "Eat this," loses his footing, and falls off the building with massive bruising.
I'm guessing he's out of the fight?
Yeah, no. He lands off the building and says, "I'm okay!" You didn't even have to dodge. You just literally tilted your head as his momentum carries him off the building.
That's sad.
Oh, serendipitous.
and with that, women can't be hit because women's are queens, and because she didn't breathe, she wasn't a thought. And now, Devi, you may roll to get out of the illusion.
yeah, is it a normal Iron Will?
Yeah, it's the normal Iron Will.
Here's an important question.
Sure.
Is the shot caller still on the roof?
At this point, it was swept up by the janitors. It's in the lost and found somewhere.
Oh, well, it's the one over.
Okay, yeah, you're still stuck in the
My
illusion.
network was a little bit bad, but yeah, it was bad.
Either way, you're still stuck in the illusion, regardless of the roll.
Hey.
You're still herding sheep with everyone else. It's a happy, pleasant day. Back to the top of the line. Wait, did I put... Dylan, have you had your turn yet?
I have not.
Alright, and
You scumbag.
Okay, I notice your turn is up next. Haha, haha. You're actually right after Sherry, so you should have had your turn next. My bad. But you made roll to get out of the illusion. Holy sh... Oh, no, that was the dual revolver. Okay. You're stuck in the illusion.
Alright.
As you're now just, you're helping shear the sheep, as a matter of fact. Successfully! And with that, we'll go back to the top of the line. Cal, it's now your turn. You're still within range of Sharius. Now she's looking at you really wide-eyed. As if she knows what's going to happen.
I want to shoot her again.
Fire away. Oof. That is not nice. That's a 20.
Damn.
Well. This may end very badly for her. Very, very badly, as she's going to take 15 times 4. Oof. Ouch. Oh, that is really nasty amount of damage, as she is unconscious.
Fuck.
And, like, that sniper rifle shot hits her. It doesn't push her off the cage like the last guy, but the cage indents. She slaps into the ground, and everyone you pop out of the illusion.
Okay, so
what just happened?
only takes Joel a second or two to get a sense for his surroundings. He looks around, sees Sherry, smiles, and rips a page out of his notebook, writes down, "Dear Sherry, I learned my lesson. Bring friends to fights, Jewel." And then I just place it on her unconscious body.
There's still a goon, right?
No, all the goons were defeated.
Or ran off the roof.
Yeah, ran off the roof, basically. Statistically, she could only have 2 with her during the fight, so the 2 were used up either in defense or falling off the roof. So they're all unconscious, either from shock or falling off the roof. Like, that the leader is down like that. It's like, there's no way! You couldn't have beat the boss like that! Yeah, there's no way! Guys, we need to get out of here! These guys mean business! And, like, just fall to the ground, and they're in shock as they see you leave the note.
Yeah, she's basically lost her goons, and now everyone in the school who's not a dick is turned against her. I'd say that's a victory.
Yeah, I feel like we were very helpful.
Yeah.
And this very interactive encounter.
I felt like those sheep needed herding.
Yeah. So once he places the note down, Jewel goes to lean against the railing again and says, "So, is anyone actually gonna drink this soda?"
Sure.
Question, did you shake it up?
No, why would I do that?
It's just, it seemed odd that you would give her a soda. I was just trying to think, okay, what did you do to the soda so that you could get back to her? Oh yeah, shake it up!
Jewel shrugs. I was trying to start a conversation. You give people soda if you try to start a conversation, right?
I guess you got a point.
And he places the third can that was never drank next to Sherry for when she wakes up.
Yeah, it looks like she's thoroughly unconscious. Like, I mean, you might see,
She'll need it. She'll probably be dehydrated by the time she's awake.
Just the bullies, like, what are you gonna do with us? They look at Chiron. You're not gonna, like, hurt us or nothing. We didn't mean no trouble.
Hey, just don't bully people and we won't do anything, got it?
Sure. But what about these guys? They point at the others.
What about them?
Take them with you and tell them when they wake up, tell them the same thing.
Then they point at Chiron. What about him? Is he gonna hurt us?
Do you want me to?
No.
No.
All right, then I think we're done here.
Does that mean you don't want us to hurt any more people?
Yes.
Isn't
Just
that what we just
stop.
said?
Don't be dicks.
Can we still rob people?
No.
Oh.
Hey, what? How is that a question
Okay.
you're asking right now? What?
Tell you what. I need you to do me one other favor.
Yeah, boss, what do you say?
Go see a fucking counselor and buy a dictionary.
You got it, boss. See you, counselor. Can we beat him up?
You'll have to
No.
ask the counselor about
I don't
that.
think we're gonna make any more progress with these guys.
Yeah,
They
you heard
seem-
him. Let's go see the psychiatrist, guys. Yeah! They all seem really motivated as they all stand up from their unconscious leader. Don't even pay a second thought and go to the counselor's room. Or at least it looks like the
Yeah,
direction they're heading.
As they walk off, I say, "Well, I just validated someone's PhD."
Sorry, that's pretty funny.
What are we laughing at?
He just validated someone's PhD.
I heard.
In psychology.
Yeah.
That was great. And with that, Bombshell walks up again, and she actually pops up behind y'all. She's just like, huh. Well, color me impressed. Was this all you're doing? She looks at everyone.
Well, it was mostly psychic sniper lady, but
Yeah,
I
it was
think we
her
helped.
idea. We didn't really have anything to do with it.
Well, that's girl power for you. If it takes a girl to beat a girl.
that's
More like it takes a
That's
psychic to
true.
beat a psychic, but
that
fair
sounded.
enough.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't want to say it sounded really gay, but
She,
gay.
Bombshell gives you a weird glare. I'm just sticking out there for all the women, you know?
Right, because they need it.
Not really. They don't. They're pretty pampered. I would know. She kind of chuckles. She says, "Do any of y'all need healing at all?"
Oh, can she
By the
heal? Can she heal endurance?
She looks at you and she's just like, "If you wouldn't mind snuggling in my breasts, I might be able to help you a bit."
Oh my.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, Cal.
Mm-hmm.
you
I'll look at
feel-
you and give the.
No, no, I don't say that in character.
Oh.
But you do feel a metal can of soda slam into your forehead.
Can I
and
dodge
you-
this?
You can either dodge or catch it. It's up to you.
You can't.
I want to catch it.
Agility roll.
Wait, I don't have agility.
2d6.
What if I dodge it? That will.
I'm not actually trying to hit you. If you catch it, it's not going to be a hard roll.
Just
Oh,
go for the
so-
agility. It's not a hard roll.
It's,
So-
you'll be, it's if you don't have the agility ability, just roll 2d6.
Oh, look at that. You catch it with, like, resounding success. I don't even know how you catch this, but
You-
is
you
there
read
any way
his
you want to
mind.
explain how you can catch this? Because you just critically succeeded.
So
I see it
it's
coming, and I
basically-
put it right up to.
basically- Yeah. I basically imagine it like Red. You've played Chain of Memories, right?
No.
Have you watched Chain of Memories?
No.
Okay. In that case, let's go with Yu-Gi-Oh. It's like when people throw cards at each other in Yu-Gi-Oh. They always catch it without even looking. But yeah. And when you look back at Julie, says, "Yeah, you owed it. You earned it. Also, you never owed me in the first place, but I guess we're even now or something."
We're even.
Good.
Is this how you people talk to people? I'm concerned.
Yes.
So. All right.
With a Bombshell, you know, again, while you're catching the soda, she nuzzles you in between her boobs to recover your endurance real quick. No
I-
problem.
half me wants to resist, but I need my healing back, so.
And you get it back instantly. As she says, hey, I technically am obligated to help Sherry because she's injured. If you guys want to come talk to her, she'll be awake in 5 minutes.
Why?
I just thought maybe the heroes might want to ask her a few questions, she winks. Trust me, I won't tell anyone.
Yeah, Jewel just looks at her and says, I'll be there.
Okay.
I'll not.
Again, 5 minutes from when she gets into my office. Give me 20. And she just throws her on her shoulder and just starts dragging her down the stairs. This little petite lolly, white-haired chick just gets slowly dragged down the stairs.
Jewel stares at the ground and says, screw it, I'll drink it myself then.
You really got
Picks
up on
up
these
the
sodas.
soda.
Pick it up. Do it now. Drink the soda.
I will just enjoy the soda and wait for the time to.
You guys
Go up.
want to just wait for the 20 minutes, or
Jewel's already making his way there because he's not going to go very fast.
gotta go fast?
Faster.
And as you guys are, walking towards the office, you see the bullies are trying to pile drive into the psychiatrist's, room for psychology reasons. And she's having a good time, ? Based on what you're seeing.
Basically, she's frustrated at their behavior, but is very happy she's getting paid for this.
Of course! This is on a passing glance, but you do notice you've made a difference. And as you guys are walking, you see Carmine as he is walking opposite direction. And, some people are patting him on the back saying, hey, bud, it's nice talking to you. He's not really paying them much mind, but he gives you guys a nod. And for a brief second, you all see a military princess in white hair. She bows in front of each of you as she, digitizes away.
Jewel says out loud, I wonder if I'd be able to touch her.
So you guys see that too, right? The girl in the white hair and the military dress.
I'll
Yeah, it's
say
part of her
I saw it.
quirk, ain't it?
Alright, I just want to make sure I wasn't losing it or something.
You hear Silva say, hey, doesn't she look a lot like the girl from Recreators? That was a great anime.
Yeah, it was.
As Silva's like, anyways, I'm gonna go back to accompanying frickin' Carmine. I'll be back, okay, guys?
But while we're walking past the group, by the way, Jewel will say, oh, by the way, we beat up Sherry.
We saw it. It's all over social media.
Wait, who recorded?
Oh, the school cameras were in that
Never
area the
mind.
entire time. Looks like someone hacked into it and threw it on social media.
So they saw 3 of us sitting there comatose and one of us shoot him.
We didn't see that. Looks like that was edited out. Lucky you guys.
Great.
Knowing Dusty, it would be entirely possible for her to edit Jewel to look more badass.
Dusty's in the group and she says, wasn't me, bro. I'll be honest with you. You might want to talk to one of the teachers. They said they had a surprise for you. Well, of course, after you're done doing anything, bro.
Which, by the way, I didn't say that in character.
Oh, of course. But she makes mention that one of the teachers, Wink, the girl teacher, had a surprise for each of you.
Yeah. Anyway, to the infirmary!
To the infirmary, where you see a bandaged head Lolly, who is now not being nuzzled between breasts, and she pulls away and she's like, whew, I gotta take a break. She took a lot of damage. I gotta go to the release room real quick. As she leaves the room and locks the door.
Yeah. Jewel sits down next to her bed and says, damn, kid, didn't think you got hit that hard.
She kind of coughs as she starts waking up and says, freaking idiots hit me with a sniper rifle? Not cool.
Well, you were kind of asking for it.
And just like every girl asking for it, right? Misogynist
What?
pig.
I would like to point out that it was a girl who shot you.
I'm ignoring that comment.
That
It's not like you have proof of it or anything.
Actually, yes, we do. He
yeah,
pulls up his phone and
we have
opens the YouTube video.
She looks immediately flustered as she sees this, and she looks away and she says, "Fine. I told you. I tell you what I can. You want. And with a girl on top of that. What do you want to know?"
One thing, mainly. Why were you bullying Carmen?
One question for each of you, she says. No more.
Why were you bullying Carmen?
She says, I was told to.
By?
Just one question. So that was his question. Your question's next.
All right.
To be honest,
Told by whom?
I was in my alleyway with my boys, and this shadowy figure came up to me. I'm not sure who, but they kept their face concealed, and they didn't say anything. They just handed me a note, and they said I should do it. I couldn't get a read on them, but they were just too covered up for me to get any body features off them. I don't know who it was.
So you just did what a random stranger in a cloak who you've never met before told you to do in a dark alleyway.
I told you, one question per person.
Sounds like Kieran.
Oddly restrictive.
Because you're a man.
You know, that's a dumb excuse.
That's
right?
misandric.
It is a little bit, but you don't know what it's like going through what I have to go through every day. You just don't know. See, her voice squeaks a bit, like as if her very tough facade's starting to crack. She starts to tear up a bit.
What's that?
She's like, nothing. Nothing at all.
Does anybody want to try?
And says, "Come on, I know something's bugging you."
Like I tell someone who's sarcastic butthole like you.
Works on my sister.
Yeah, I'm not your sister.
You could be.
She just gives you a very evil glare on the mention of that.
I just throw up my hands in
no,
defeat.
Just no.
She just kind of like wipes away a tear.
Jewel size. Come on, though. If what's annoying you is that we don't know what you're going through, we're never going to know if you don't tell anyone.
Yeah, Chiron will roll his eyes and exaggerate himself. Oh no, Sherry, won't you please tell us what is troubling you?
I don't know, maybe you should read my mind because you actually have a mind reader. See, now you can actually read my mind. How does that sound?
Yeah, well, that's kind of rude, isn't it?
I don't know. I'd rather you read my mind because I'm a woman.
What?
That doesn't make any sense.
You know,
where's the connection there?
Well, because men are supposed to read my minds, but clearly you can't. Might as well use your mind reader. And she's a girl. I'd much prefer it if I told her. She wipes away another tear, like barely holding on to now her tough facade as it's crumbling under the weight of her emotions.
You know what? I'm gonna roll my charismatic, and Jewel is going to say,
Roll.
Yeah.
Roll first.
Me big man, me no understand words.
As
in an attempt to make her laugh, essentially.
All right, you know what? You said it already. Just roll already. Dang it.
That's a 8. That's pretty good.
She bursts out in laughter, stifling it, trying to hold it back. She says, "That's not funny."
I mean, God, if she's that easy.
Isn't it? Could have fooled me.
I'm going to ask her what is wrong.
Says finally. Anyways, look, I don't like talking about it, but it's just in my past. I just... Look. She chokes up a bit. She's like, and back in
There's no
when
rush.
I was a kid, my parents, they were afraid of my quirk. Not only were they afraid of my quirk, but they would beat me quite all the time. Alright, you can do that, Kyran. As she's going through her story. And she's just like, as they beat me, my siblings would join in. They didn't like that I was so powerful. And I wanted to appease them, I really did. But my dad was the worst of all. He would do horrible things to me. She starts to cry. Just because he wanted to feel powerful. And be better than me or anyone in the family. Just because I made his quirk look like a sham. And then, after years of going through this, I lost it. I lost it all. I put them in an illusion they could never get out of. And then I stabbed them all. Painfully. I made sure they could feel it. I enjoyed their screams. It brought such release to me at the time. I just thought I was free. The police, they didn't know how to respond to a young girl killing so many people. Of course I was sent to foster homes, but I never fit in. I was so mad at men at that point that even my mom didn't do anything. She never joined, but she just watched. Never said a thing. I made her pay for that too.
How are you in a hero school?
Recommendation.
Convicted. What?
Look, they were gonna send me to
so many questions.
They were gonna send me to juvie, like I should have gone to, but of course, well, being a little girl, you know, about the age of, well, 7, they decided to put me in foster care under extreme supervision. After a lot of good behavior, eventually, well, I was on probation after that. I just couldn't stand the pressure, though, so I went on the streets. Eventually, I got my own group of gang together. Long story short, the boys followed me because I was better than them, and they admired that. They're a bunch of idiots anyways.
Jewel nods his head a couple times and says, "Well, guess you better start fresh then."
I just want to go back to
get a transfer. This is...
You were about to say?
Why are you need to get a transfer? I'm the one that doesn't want to be here. I'm not here on my own free will.
Right, I'm little concerned attending a school that's got a child murderer in attendance. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm the only one seeing the red flags here. No? All right.
Jewel holds up a hand to hush you and says, "You said you didn't decide to come here?"
No. That note that I received said I needed to go, or the boys I would have would be murdered brutally. And I just couldn't watch them die. I had been with them for so long. I've been protecting them. You have to understand, I was reculturing them too. It just would take a long time.
Jewel nods and says, "You know, it's funny. I heard someone else say the exact same thing last night. Know who it is?"
Let me guess. Some idiot?
Actually, the kid you were bullying.
The person I was directly asked to bully?
Joel nods.
I didn't have a problem bullying at them. He needed to man up anyways. But that's besides the point. That was one thing I was directly asked to do.
Joel says, "One thing."
What about it?
Saying one thing implies that's not all you were told to do.
I'd be giving further instructions on who to test next. But it appears the jig's up now. I've been caught, so I don't think my bullies will be allowed to live.
Not if I have anything to say about it.
You could take it to the police. Alphine's kind of the big hero du jour right now.
Like I trust a hero like that.
The one that's reduced crime to basically zero? Yeah, I mean...
I don't care much about him. It's because of him that my boys are in that position that they're in. All their parents were criminals, so they got into foster home situations too. So how can I respect a man that just puts people in prison without even a second thought? I mean, yeah, they were criminals, but...
the law?
They were criminals, but
I
they could have got a
think you
pat on
might
the
have
back
your
or something.
priorities in the wrong spot. It's seems like a bit of a... I mean, you're little girl, I get it, but
Little girl, I'm older than you.
probably, but this feels like you're just kind of on the wrong side of things at this point. I mean, maybe this is the vibe I'm getting.
She says, perhaps you're right. But,
Sherry,
yes,
you're at a hero school, right?
that I don't want to be in, yes.
Somehow.
And you've got a good quirk, right?
Yes, perfect for what I was doing back in the alleyways.
So if you're worried about your boys, let's protect them ourselves, right?
Talk to the
Wouldn't that
principal.
be illegal because we don't have provisional hero licenses?
Oh, in America it's slightly different out of game. Let me clarify this.
Right.
In America, there's a thing called the Good Samaritan law. This protects anyone doing self-defense. This is actually a law that's
Gotcha.
in place in America.
So,
The provisional
Yeah.
license really isn't necessary. The only thing that is
Gotcha.
necessary is out of game again. For anyone that wants to be pro hero, you just have to get approved to work with the companies that do hero work. So if you want to actively pursue hero work, you're more than welcome to. But you have to it's like getting a lifeguard license essentially.
Yeah, but yeah, that's what he says.
Sorry, back in game. She's just like, look, if you want me to stay here and protect my boys, there's probably one thing you can do. Talk to the principal. He's the one he's the only thing holding me here.
Jules stands up and says, "All right, see you later."
I think we're all going to the principal at this point.
Fuck, dude.
I'm actually going to ask you something. I haven't stated my question yet.
Yeah? What is it, retard?
What are you going to do now?
I'm just gonna sit here. Wait for my fate.
Fine.
I'm leaving it in your hands, she says.
And I'm going to ask her
You should
one last
never give
question.
away.
Mm.
And I'm going to ask my question. Are you positive you have no way of recognizing this person who told you to do this?
Too heavily clothed, didn't say anything, just handed me notes. Sorry, can't identify them. Wherever they were scary though. I would hate to meet whoever that person actually was, or if it even was a person.
Understood. Thank you.
Says no problem. Maybe we could have been friends, she says, and kind of cracks a smile.
I'll smile maybe a tiny bit awkwardly back. But I'll try to give a genuine smile.
And with that, to the principal's office. All right, so and there is the principal as you actually there's the principal's office as you start coming up pretty close to it. But you see the secretary working hard, typing furiously in computer. Do you have an appointment with the principal?
Could we schedule one for right now? It's pretty important.
Define important.
Lives are at stake, maybe?
World ending, possibly? Who knows?
World ending? Great, get in
No,
line.
That's probably direction.
Okay, who's it about?
So, Sherry? What was her last name?
Oh, she instantly snaps that word and says, "Yeah, you have an appointment right now, as a matter of fact. Sorry we kept you waiting." She snaps to the door.
Well, that's
Brilliant.
convenient.
Joel walks over to the door and knocks.
You hear an audible sigh. Enter!
Joel opens the door, walks in very casually, sits down.
Mm-hmm. As you sit down on one of the seats. I think my music stopped. Oh, well, that's fine. Anyways, as you sit down on one of the seats, like, everyone, come on in. Please, enter at your leisure. He says very cordially and matter-of-factly.
Have to sound so grandiose.
Everything has to sound a little grandiose when you're talking about business. And this is business, I can imagine.
Mine might be. I don't know about theirs.
Well, that sure is fine by me. Please, have a seat. Would anyone like a drink of water? You all seem to be quite tired. He snaps for his secretary and, gets you a water.
Can I also read his mind to see if there's anything he's playing that's funny? Although I can't access my Roll20 if the computer died on me.
You didn't plug it in?
It was plugged in.
And it died?
Is that what? Yeah.
Huh.
Sometimes it can plug itself out if you tug by accident.
Yeah, it might not have been plugged all the way.
But it says the power's at 100%.
Oh, weird.
Try turning it back on eventually, but we'll keep going. I will roll for you if that's okay.
I'm almost got it up. Hold on. Cow, mice. And it's surface thoughts.
All right.
Did it actually show up? Yeah, it did.
It did. Good job.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll intuitive as well to get a read.
Okay. You can't really get a read on him. His mind is very much filled with business. Let's see. Can you get a good read on him? Let's see. As far as you can tell, he's a very cordial man. Seems like the type of guy you could have in a business meeting. Depending on how you feel about people in business meetings, he's either A, a very nice guy to be around, or B, kind of one of those guys that if you hung around too much, you feel like you'd start feeling you're catching the snob.
So it's Joel who gets that second bit of information, or?
That one everyone kind of gets, but you don't really get anything more. He's pretty contained.
Okay.
As he's just kind of pushes his long hair back and he says, "Please tell me, well, what can I do for the appointment that you clearly have scheduled for me today? I am quite busy, as you can see, running a couple multi-million-dollar businesses, including this school."
Nice.
So I'm assuming you've seen the video already?
He says, "It is quite the humble brag, isn't it? How observant."
Yeah. We know the whole story.
I'm sure you do. My secretary just pressed the sherry button, I see. So, what do you want me to do about it? I have a couple options for you now that the secret's out. I can't necessarily have you telling other students that the teachers, kind of were, forced to do this. Rumors are rumors, and internet videos are internet videos. Those go away eventually. But having confirmation from a victim is not something I kind of want getting out. So I'd like to give you a couple favors, if you'd hear me out.
Jewel holds up a hand before anyone that says anything. Not saying we're going to agree to any of them, but why not give us the options?
Here's the options. I can expel Sherry. I will ignore my my benefactor and tell them to, as you would say, shove it. And we will deal with the finances from my companies, if he so chooses to pull his funding. Or, 2, I can offer you the information of the person who specifically requested this, and get you an appointment with them to talk about why they did this. And on top of that, I will let Sherry stay in school for rehabilitation. And if you're welcome to work with her, I'll make sure that the teachers are now full authorization to do as they please. No more restrictions. I, as a hero, cannot stand by and watch these things happen anymore. So, the choice is yours. I can expel her or keep her in. It's up to you.
I'm leaning towards option 2. And Jewel looks at the other two, the rest of you.
So wait, what's option 2? It's keeping her or
keep her in school?
Keep her in school, but he'll arrange a meeting with the guy who set this all up. Which is which sounds a little risky, but it's Jewel. Of course, he's going to pick option 2.
Anyone else want to?
Option 2.
Option 2. 2 for option 2.
That's 2 out of 4, guys.
Oh, sure. We'll go with 2.
All right, that's the majority. With the majority chosen, he just merely nods his head. After all, you deserve answers. And I, myself, not knowing much, I wish I knew more, I'd tell you right here. I promise you this, you'll get the answers straight from the horse's mouth. Or at least that's what I'd hope. Let me set that appointment up for you. And I'll make sure that Sherry is taken care of mentally. And that, again, this bullying thing won't happen. It's water under the bridge as far as I'm concerned. I apologize again for any harm that might have come to you. You do have my deepest apologies. As he starts typing on the computer.
And Jewel says, "Sure, I believe you." Very insincerely.
Mm-hmm. He insincerely nods back as he types and says, "There you go. I did pull a few strings. Well, it cost me a hefty burden, but I will do it anything for those who were victims of this tragic circumstance. So, please, as a hero, take this from me. I hate to see you guys go through any more pain or suffering. As business is business, the meeting is set up for tomorrow morning, right before school. We'll have a ride arranged for each of you."
Mm-hmm. If I could...
Jewel just stands up and leaves.
If I could bring up the topic of a transfer. A little concerned with the atmosphere around school.
Transfer? Well, I would be really ashamed to see you go. Why would you want to transfer?
There's you get between the child murderer, who would be a convicted felon if not for her age.
That was in the past. She has no criminal records as she stands now. We don't let any criminals into school. You must understand that.
Her goons, who probably should have criminal records.
He says, unfortunately, they don't have any criminal records, or we wouldn't have let them in either.
Right.
It's quite strange. They all have clean slates, but they sure act like hooligans if you ask me. My hero senses could pick that up. I'm glad you brought that up, though. I can't apologize enough for the atmosphere you're feeling. We only allow second chances to those that are worthy of that. And currently, there's only 2 that have made it past the second chance provisions we have. One being Carmine, who murdered 12 people when he was a child. And also Sherry, who had a criminal record with her family. I can't say anymore because that's their personal records. But again, everyone deserves a second chance.
I only got in here because I got real lucky with that chance meeting with Alpha Knight. I mean, I was part of an illegal fight ring.
Oh yes,
for Christ's sake.
You should be very understanding then, shouldn't you?
Yeah, it's I feel like I should set an example, if nothing else.
I would agree.
Yeah.
You know, if you do me the favor and set an example, I'll be more than happy to cover your tuition for the rest of the semester as an apology for myself.
Alright, I'll keep that in mind.
Of course, it's not much, considering the emotional damage that you've gone through. I cannot apologize enough. Please, and take your time to think about it. There is no rush. But do enjoy the meeting I set up with the Mall Mart CEO.
All right, well, Chiron will take his leave.
He looks at the two still standing there. Any other questions for me, Cal?
No, sir.
Of course. And don't worry, there's no funny business. I can guarantee you that. I personally know the Walmart person.
I've got no questions
Understood.
either.
And you, Jason? James?
Yeah, that's my name, James. No, I ain't got no questions.
Excellent. Again, my sincerest apologies. Feel free, again, there's some snacks in the lobby, a donut or two. Just go ahead and grab as many as you want.
Sure.
Oh, tell your friends that too. I forgot to mention that.
Yeah.
Jewel will have already left. He's going to go find Carmen.
Okay. The door closes behind him. As for those of you that are still kind of lagging behind here, Secretary, make sure that you take off that button. No more Sherry button this time. It's not necessary. Understood, sir? You hear loudly.
I'll nod and walk out the door. I'll nod at the principal.
Okay, he gives you all a wave as he begins typing furiously on the computer. And while handling multiple phone calls. And with that, you guys, we go to... I assume everyone's still following Jewel, right?
He's kind of turned into the leader of this.
The party.
I know, right?
Crazy how taking protagonist Coon's seat has turned him into protagonist Coon.
Well, to be
We
fair,
want to see how
it's
long
more
protagonist Kun survives.
can maintain his throne.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I do have to mention
Okay.
a permanent consequence for you losing that battle, Jewel. You do have a knife scar now on your other side of your shoulder. That couldn't quite be healed up by Bombshell since she almost got there too late.
Who has the knife scar?
You. The first time you lost your battle,
where was it
remember?
again?
It's on your other
Yeah,
shoulder.
where was it? Oh, okay. Burn mark on one arm,
Shoulder.
knife wound on the other.
Oh, yeah. She healed all the others before they were permanent, but that's the only one she couldn't heal.
Okay. So yeah, I go find Carmen. The
So,
others follow me for some reason.
so as you guys are kind of just tagging along with the protagonist, you guys get to the lockers where, it's about that time where everyone's packing up their stuff, and you go to where Carmine obviously would be. Before you get there, actually someone stops you guys, or at least attempts to stop y'all. And it's Watchman, as he just says, "Hey, even as a pro hero, sometimes we all learn things. I want each of you to know that I should have done something about that. And I apologize for not doing anything. He taught me that a hero should always act no matter what the consequences were, even if it cost me my job. So, thanks for setting
Glad
the
we can
example."
agree. That was kind of shit on your part.
He nods. "I've seen a lot of darkness in my life, and I let my pride get in my way. I wanted to keep teaching you guys, but I should have done my job as a hero. So, yeah, my sincerest apologies as a teacher."
Cool, but speaking of acting, we've kind of got to talk to someone before they leave.
No, I'm not holding you.
Jewel walks straight past.
He walks the opposite direction, but gives like a passing thumbs up.
I'll give a passing smile.
I just give
yeah.
a smug look. Smug smile.
Yeah.
Smug face.
I imagine around the corner and see Carmen.
Oh yeah, you guys see Carmine as he's, fumbling through his things. You notice a lot of his bruising is healed at this point. As a matter of fact, most of it because, as far as you can imagine, Bombshell has now had the permission to heal him, so he does not have to suffer. As
Hey, Carmen.
he looks and he's like, "Oh, Hey guys. I saw what you did over on YouTube.
Jewel nods. There's someone in the infirmary wants to talk to you.
Really? Who would that be? I don't really know anybody besides you guys.
Yeah, follow me. You'll find out.
Is he joking? He mentions to Kieran.
Jewel is already walking away, so if it's a joke, he's being very serious about it.
He just looks to Kieran. He's like, "Is he serious?" For some odd reason, he seems to have like this trusting look in your eyes when he looks towards you. Kieran.
Kieran.
My mic was off.
He just looks at you again. He's like, "Is he serious?"
It's Sherry. Yeah.
I kind of don't feel comfortable talking to her.
I wouldn't either, honestly. It gives me the chills being in the same room as that bitch.
Yeah, Jewel looks over his shoulder and says, "You'll want to hear this."
Hey, Kieran. Just back me up, okay?
Sure. Yeah, nothing better to do.
He just gives you a nod as he kind of follows closer to you. For some odd reason, he seems to like want to stay close to you.
Getting some vibes from this.
And as you guys eventually make it to the infirmary where Sherry's at.
Yeah. When we get there, you know what? Jules earned it, so he's gonna try and be all dramatic, and he's gonna be like, "All right, give me a second. Give me a second. I'll click my fingers when I want you to come in."
Okay.
And,
he looks at Kieran and he's just like, "I trust you, okay?"
All right.
Yeah. So Jewel walks in, hands behind his back, all serious. He sits down next to Sherry's bed. Waits for her to acknowledge his presence.
She doesn't.
There's someone you need to talk to.
Like hell, I need to talk to anyone.
Well, I'd say this particular person, you have a few things you need to say. And Jewel clicks his fingers.
She audibly sighs at this. And as he walks in the room, she's like, "I don't need to talk to another man."
Was the snapping fingers really necessary?
But I think you owe this man in particular a few specific words.
What do you want me to say? I'm sorry? I'm not.
Do you gotta beat around the bush so much?
Can I use implant idea to make her say, "Okay, maybe
I would
can
suggest mind control since she has no intentions of doing it, period.
Before you do, allow me to attempt something.
All right.
Let me mind control
all
this
right,
person to force them to give an apology they don't want to give.
Yeah. So
she's gonna be a pro hero, let me tell you.
Jewel says, "Ugh, this again? Come on, you can't hate men that much."
After what my father did to me, I thought I told you.
Then how come your whole posse's full of men?
Because I rehabilitated them, got rid of their manly ways.
Right.
Oh, really? Even
constantly pick
dumbest
fights
man in
and want to
school
go
and act like total
rob
bros.
their psychiatrist.
She looks around and for a second realizes she just contradicted herself a little bit, but it doesn't acknowledge it, but you can tell, obviously, as she just kind of like, she moves around a bit more. She can tell she's been healed up a lot more by Bombshell. She just sits up, audibly sighs, looks him dead in the eye and says, "I am sorry. I'm sorry."
Alright, was that necessary?
See, not that hard.
It
Anyway.
was a lot harder than you can imagine.
Anyway. And when did the principal say the meeting was?
Tomorrow morning before school.
Yep, about 8 a.m.
Anyway, tomorrow we'll be going to have a chat with the guy who set all this up.
Christ, what time does school start?
Like 10. 10, 11, somewhere around there.
Fucking future America, dude.
Oh, yeah, okay, let me read.
It's
Anyway, You're not getting kicked out of school, and we're gonna go have a chat with the guy who set all this up tomorrow.
She gets a wide-eyed look. Seriously? My boys are gonna be safe?
Boys
Probably.
are gonna be safe.
That would be nice, she says, as she's just like, look, if anything, I still hate men. I still hate men for what they stand for.
Well,
But
it's a shame that everyone protecting your boys is a man. How about that?
look, you pretentious prick. I'm trying to give you a compliment. I'm trying to say you guys aren't so bad.
Thanks for the compliment.
Jewel leans back with a grin and says, "See, she's improving. Didn't even have to hesitate on that one."
Hey, she looks at Kieran.
Hmm?
You remind me a lot of one of my boys. His name's Jonathan.
I don't know how I feel about that.
He's a lot like you in every way.
Again, don't know how I feel about that.
I think I understand. Just know that you're okay in my books.
Right.
But it's not like, I mean it or anything, Babaka.
But what? Anybody catch that last part?
Jewel shrugs. Anyway, that's all the important stuff. Stands up, looks at Carmen. So yeah, you're not gonna have to worry about her or her boys bullying you anymore.
You see him kind of tear up a bit, and he just says, thank you. Thank you, guys. I'm sorry I was so, well, dramatic all the time. And I accept your apology,
Still are.
Sherry. Just whatever. Get out of here. But
anyone else could have done it. And Jewel walks out of the class, the infirmary. Or anyone can fight him on that.
With that, he kind of just like, hey, Kieran, I know you probably did all the work and stuff, but here.
Hardly. I thought I was shearing sheep for a minute, and then the psychic lady shot her.
Well, either way, I'm sure you provided a lot of emotional support to them, so you have my deepest gratitude. He offers his hand.
Sure, and Karen is trying to return the gesture.
He just gives you a cordial shake. By the way, she admires you greatly for what you do.
She?
Of course. Altair.
I don't know. Am I missing something?
He just smiles and starts walking off.
Oh. Alright. And Kyron's gonna go back to his dorm. It's been a long day of a lot of bullshit.
You're not wrong. And with that, everyone goes back to the dorm. Is there anyone wants to talk to? Oh, by the way, before anything happens, I know that everyone's still kind of in a group together, but let's see. Come on, is this even working? Okay, finally, it's working now. Since you guys are still kind of all in a group together, still kind of tagging along, Jewel, Alexander stops each of you, the guy that looks like JoJo, and he's just like, hey guys, before we leave school, I was talking to Cal for a moment. I don't mind. Do you mind if I talk to her?
Jewel looks at him and says, I don't control her.
Yeah, I'm just heading back to my room.
Okay. Well, see you guys.
Jewel goes to the rich boy dorm.
Yeah.
To the rich boy dorm. Anyways, Alexander just approaches you, Cal, and she's just like, hey, look, I hate to sound needy or anything, but have you made any progress?
I think I have some people who could potentially be willing to come along. But as for money...
Well, if you find... I know, I hate to sound needy, but it really means a lot to me that you found some people. So, thank you. I'll leave you be.
Alright.
He walks into the normie dorm. as Chiron, you're actually approached by someone in a blue jumpsuit. He seems like an old man. And he just says, "Oh, hey! Isn't that young whippersnapper right there?"
Can I help you, Gramps?
"Yes, I'm the janitor here. My name's Jimmy. Jimmy John Smithenheimer. I heard you were
Very fake.
It's because it sounds like the fakest name in the world. I was not blessed with a good name, but I heard you were coming for the job interview. Come in!" He grabs you by the arm and pulls you into his closet. So,
By the way,
I don't know if I'm comfortable with this.
by the way, we don't have to switch scene, but just before I forget,
okay.
Joel remembered he was told to go to like Kokoro and has switched heel.
Oh yeah, there was just she was going to tell you about the YouTube video that she edited out the bad parts. She hacked the school system to give you a favor. Hint, hint, wink,
Hack
wink.
the planet.
Oh yeah, hashtag Hat Planet. Anyways, he's like, "So, how long have you wanted to be a co-janitor?"
Never?
"Perfect, you're hired. All right, my friend, here's a mop. You can start tonight."
Sure.
"Oh, I knew there was kindness in the younger generation." He starts crying. "Oh, I knew that you were still good inside of you. But let me tell you, I'm the happiest man in the world. Okay, so you'll be getting paid quite a handsome salary. I'll be paying you based off your tuition. How much are you owing tuition right now?"
120,000?
120,000? Done, it's covered.
Alright.
Alright, so get back to mopping. We've got an hour of mopping tonight before we can call it a day. I'll help you with the west wing, and you do the east wing.
Sure thing, boss.
Oh man, he starts crying. If I only would have known that the younger generation had so much kindness, I wouldn't have given up on my dream to be a music player in the bass instrument section. As he begins walking off to the right wing, crying tears of manly joy.
Chiron's gonna put the mop down and retreat to his room very quickly.
Okay.
His expeditious retreat away from the weird old man.
Alright, you do so. Alright, and with that, the next day happens as, Chiron, we're gonna open with you as you get a knock on the door.
Again with the knocks. What? Who is it?
It's the janitor!
Oh.
I see that you didn't get your job done last night.
Yeah, there was some construction going on. It really got in the way.
And just when I thought that the youth of this day were gonna be good and decent, but no, you tricked me too. So much for the tuition I was gonna give you. Oh,
what a shame.
He says.
I'm terribly sorry for your loss.
I'll sweeten the deal for you. What do you want?
To be left alone, if it's any consolation.
Alright, you start mopping, I'll leave you alone.
Alright, sounds good.
Perfect! I knew there was still goodness in the youth of these days. As you hear him walking away, and you hear like the resound plopping of a mop at the front door.
Mm-hmm. Or, you know, wait a few minutes, leave that there, and then head off to wherever there's cars waiting for us to take to this meeting.
Right before you get to the cars, you're stopped by Layla.
Jewel looks at her and says, "Who are you again?"
Oh, I'm talking to Chiron still.
Oh, okay.
She's like, "Man, you are not budging. See, it's my turn to clean today, and I couldn't even convince you to clean, even with my janitor act." Well, how about this? I make you a deal. Go on a date with me.
Listen, I've got somewhere to be.
Okay, no. Hear me out here. Hear me out.
I don't have time for that. I'm gonna shove past her and keep walking.
She sighs. Bummer. I was gonna give you a reward too, one that you might actually be able to use. Oh well, another time I suppose.
Oh well, what a shame.
Oh, what a shame indeed. What a shame, she says, as she begins giggling.
Alright, off to the...
Alright, and now you're...
wait out front.
Sorry.
I'm gonna wait out front. Fuck it.
And with that, you're by the cars. Where's everyone else?
Duel is already in the passenger seat.
I'm by the car as well, or in the car, whichever makes this go faster.
I'm somehow in the...
You're outside of the car because it makes it faster, just so you know.
I'm somehow in the cargo area.
What?
Okay, yeah, he got put in his cargo by accident.
Yeah. You can smuggle me.
It happens from time to time.
Yeah.
How did I just be in the car like a normal person?
These guys in suits and glasses with ear things saying "Roger, Roger." Understood. Driving the civilians over. Understood. All right, prepare yourselves, everyone. We're gonna drive to the city. Won't take us too long.
All right.
And with that, the drive starts. It's quite a pleasant drive. Takes about 30 minutes to get to where you're going. But you finally make it to the corporate business place, the CEO's location of Malmart. Not Walmart because it's copywriting. Malmart.
But we'll say YouTube.
Oh, I meant, yeah, you know, YouTube's the only thing that we're going to keep in here. But we got Malmart.
YouTube deserves the infringement.
It does deserve the infringement. You're dang right. As you guys get to the front of the building, the guys are still escorting you along. As you guys see, like, this is a very businessly like place. Imagine the best type of business in the worst possible way. Everyone hates their jobs, as far as you can tell. And you guys are just getting led up to the elevator, where you finally actually get to... Huh, I guess my investigation song is not working. Well, that is a bummer. Oh, well. So we'll just keep the moment to breathe on. As you guys eventually get to, like, the tippity-top floor, the high-rise, and they say, the boss is waiting for you. As they sit you guys down on, like, some sofas, really fancy sofas, next to a really big double door.
I'll sit and maybe I'll just read the thoughts of everyone that's passing by me.
There's no one in the room beside you guys.
Ah, darn.
Joel just puts headphones in. I mean, he doesn't listen to anything. He just puts them in so no one talks to him.
Chiron's flipping through a dime novel.
In the dime novel, it's more about there's stuff about Alpha Knight, you know, and how amazing he is. How someone wants to be like the secret love child, but no, they can't.
Okay.
I somehow noticed that there isn't any music from someone's head earpiece.
You'd probably have to roll for that, buddy.
Probably would.
Sure, buddy.
I mean, it is a rather advanced...
I'm right beside you.
Just give me a perception roll, dang it.
For all you know, he's just one of those people who doesn't make himself deaf.
You know what, I'll allow it this time. You notice.
It's clever too.
You are ignored.
Wait, is it Cherry with us?
No, just you guys.
Gotcha.
Of course, you do have, Jewel, as you're not listening to music, you do notice a blonde-headed chick you recognized hanging on the edge of the window. She's just staring at you.
How does she always know where I'm going?
As you get a text, she says...
He that to himself.
You feel your pants vibrate as your phone vibrates.
He pulls it out.
She says, it's a little drafty up here. You mind letting me in?
Is it the sister?
No.
It's Stalker.
I'll let her in.
Okay.
If you don't, I will.
You would have to, because Jewel is just going to ignore it. Back in its pocket.
You open the window as you notice this too, and she just like climbs in. She says, whew, Telling you what, climbing up that was not easy, but I'd do anything for my sweetheart.
Jewel looks at her and says, you know, I could easily call security right now.
She says, but you won't because you love me, as she plops the seat right next to you, scooches James out of the way.
Jewel looks at the other three and says, if I did, how violent do you think they would be?
Kyron's paying no mind to the whole scene. Flips page.
Flips page and silences. She cradles closer to Jewel.
Jewel intentionally stands up and leans against the wall.
She begins leaning. It's no use. She'll keep chasing.
It's no use! Give up!
Would you like to try again?
He will continue shifting walls.
The wall shifting dance begins as the door opens. Says, "All right, you guys can come in." You don't see him come into the door. You just see that he pressed a button and the door opens. He says, "Except for that girl, she's not part of this meeting." And then she says, "Aww."
Jewel walks in immediately.
Don't leave me, sweetie. Say something to him. Aww. As I assume everyone walks in.
Yeah.
I'll walk in. I'll probably give her the idea to just wait. I'll tell her to just wait, and if she doesn't agree to it, then I'll either implant the idea or control her mind.
Okay, so I'm gonna suggest that.
Very hostile.
She's so hostile. Well, either way, she knows she can't come in because she's not a psychopath. So she just sits down and crosses her legs and just gives a suggestive gesture to Jewel, hoping that he's paying attention.
But yes, Jewel's already gone into the room.
And
All right.
man, that's sad. That's not working anymore. I guess I have to go get another song. Bummer. All right. As the music cuts out for a second, and this guy, I'm just going to describe him before because he's this random civilian picture you see right in front of you. As he's a big, strong, muscly, six-armed man, cracking his knuckles with brass chains and everything. This big black guy, and he's got this awesome mustache, and bald though. And he's just like, "Yeah, what do you guys want?"
Does the name Sherry ring a bell?
Not one bit, he says. Are you just coming here to waste my time? Someone who I'm sponsoring said I needed to have a meeting with you all.
Yeah, you see, there was a situation at Freedom University.
Yeah?
Where,
I saw a lot of YouTube videos on it. What about it? What the Freedom University does isn't really what I handle. You having a rowdy kid and a bunch of you guys handling it? Sounds about right to me. You guys are handling yourself.
Jewel looks him directly in the eyes and says, "We know the whole story."
What story? He looks very confused.
Jewel basically gives him the story that we've patched together from Sherry and the principal of, Sherry gets handed notes, school gets sponsored by gets money donated to them so that they don't do anything about it, etc., etc.
He shakes his head. Never made that deal in my life. All I did was sponsor them because they're a good school. Don't know what you're talking about.
Really weird then that the principal said he was setting us up a meeting with the guy who set all this up and sent us to you then, right?
It does seem pretty insubstantial, all the stuff we have to go on.
Look, I can tell you I did no such thing. I don't even remember anything about the Sherry girl. I haven't even heard her name before. All I did
Before we start probing the inner depths of his mind, can I...
I'm guessing you don't want me to do this stuff.
offer up a sixth sense roll to get like an intuitive feel for whether or not I can
Sure.
trust this man?
I'm also going to roll intuitive to see if he's bullshit.
Holy crap. Kieran with the killer roll. All right.
That's a 6.
Yes, that is a 6. Shaden, as far as you can tell, this man, based on like how you can like read facial features and stuff, seems really confused. As for Kieran, you get this gut instinct. This man is telling the truth. Not only is he really confused, but he has no idea what the frick you're talking about.
Yeah. Jewel
He's not our guy.
and says, "Well, there are quirk users out there who can shapeshift, among other things. It's entirely possible someone did a little bit of identity theft and sponsored the school on your behalf."
That's not even possible. They would have to know my passwords. They would have to know who to call. They'd have to have my phone book, access to my computer. I was here all day. I can pull it up right now as he starts going on his computer. I hate being accused of false things as he drops silent for a second. Says, oh.
Wait, it might also be worth noting that we have someone in the room with us who has the ability to control people's minds. Maybe we shouldn't throw that possibility out the window.
My mind wasn't being controlled at all, let me tell you. But this is strange. He pulls up an audio file of a phone call he had. I don't remember making this phone call as he begins playing it. Yes, make sure the Sherry girl, in his voice, is protected at all costs. No teachers can do any tomfoolery with that girl. And second of all, this money will go away that I'm giving to you if anything happens to her. Understood by the teachers. I'll make that very clear from this point on. That is all. And then hangs up. I don't remember making that phone call. Oh, you know what? On second thought, I'm going to do some research into this. I think each of you bring up a good point. Well, whoever that was, it probably wasn't me. I'm just going to say that wasn't me. There's no way I said that.
Jewel considers it and says, "Okay, I believe you."
Good. Are we done with this meeting? What else do you want to know? How successful I am as a businessman?
I could not care less.
Good. See, this man's going somewhere.
Out of character, might I make a suggestion to Saria?
Kieran,
this
right?
Guy's pretty rich. No.
Nope.
To Saria, Cal.
Oh, right, Cal.
Oh, okay.
So this guy's pretty rich, right? And we need some money, right?
I'm guessing. Okay, you know
Oh
about
my
the
God.
the Alexander quest then? Oh wait, does your character know about the Alexander quest?
This is a meta thing.
I'm saying this out of character.
This is a meta thing.
Oh, okay. Then I will implant the idea that maybe he could give us a little. Pay us off 4,000. 1,000 each.
To not say anything?
That's not a good roll.
Yeah, to keep our mouths shut.
Alright, that's something he could reasonably do. Yeah, he does not succeed with only one dice to roll.
He's going to give us so much money.
So he's just like, okay, look, I don't remember making that phone call, but it does sound oddly like me. How about this? Again, I will talk to the school, make sure they're not doing that, and as a favor, you're all going to keep your mouth shut as he pulls out a briefcase that says, give you each $1,000. No, $1,100. Take it or leave it.
All right. The rest of us are visibly confused.
Joel isn't. Joel just sort of accepts it and takes the money.
He gives you a briefcase.
I take the money as well.
Gives you a briefcase.
Sure.
Gives you a briefcase.
Okay, and all right. I'd say we're done here. Jewel looks around the room. Are there windows in this room?
Yes.
Hey, do you mind if I take your window? Go out your window?
Sure. He looks really confused.
Jewel opens the window and jumps down and starts climbing down to the street below.
Give me an agility check. This can go very badly if you're not. You're about 50 stories up.
Instant death.
let's see. That's
50
3
D6.
plus 2, so that's 5. That's 6.
It takes you a long time, but you make it. With a couple
Oh.
close calls.
Yes. The second I'm on the ground, I dash.
You make it to the car as she's wondering where you are.
Yeah. I dash for. Presumably they have the door open for me, right?
Oh yeah, they have the door open for you.
Yeah. I torpedo into the car and say, drive.
The car drives off without everyone. Thankfully, there's still a car left over, but he goes solo back as they just nod and keep driving. Everyone else, you finally make it back to the place where the cars are, just so you can get back to school. But you notice one car's missing.
I'll call up a taxi.
Well,
wait,
it's not necessary.
I can't talk.
Sweetie,
Dang it.
there is still a car there.
There's still cars there.
Okay.
Yes, and
So
you
that's
can't
not actually
call
an
up a
issue.
taxi because you can't talk. Remember that.
In fact, probably have very little use for a phone at all.
As you pull out your phone, you think about it and say, "Oh right, there's still a ride, and I can't talk. Why do I have this?"
What is the meaning of my existence?
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
They played us like a damn fiddle.
And as you guys get into the car, do you guys want to talk about anything before I get you guys back to the school?
I'll probably explain the dilemma with Alex and how he wants to go to Portugal.
I'm gonna hide in the trunk.
You had in the trunk again.
Yeah. I feel like that's...
Okay, so
Congrats,
So it's
Cal,
just
you're
me-
a mute and you're surrounded by a bunch of weirdos.
yep.
The only one listening to you right now is pretty much Kieran.
Let's make
Kieran, okay.
Too.
Then I'll talk to Kieran and ask, okay, if we all pitch in, okay, I'll give up my full 1,100, but if we all pitch in, I think it's like 9.
If everyone pitches at 1,000, everyone gets to keep 100, but if everyone pitches in 1,000, you get this.
Yes.
Why?
Why are we helping Alex?
Yeah, and taking time out of school to fly to Portugal. I don't know. I don't know who this guy is even. Like,
Okay, do I know who this guy is? Would I have read his mind?
You would have read his mind, and as far as you can tell, something very traumatizing is, but you haven't read deep enough into it for sake of privacy. And he's suffering.
I'll probably argue something along the lines of, this is what heroes do. We help each other.
right. I'll think on it then. It just seems kind of sudden, like, stop what you're doing, just put down 1,000 on this flight to Portugal, come help this guy. I don't know.
Well, wouldn't it be nice to, visit a country, maybe take a break over a long weekend, which hint, not GM would probably be coming soon, and just take a vacation?
Not particularly. I mean, gotta spend it around town.
You hear a sigh from the front of the truck, the front of the car. He's just like, I used to be a hero once before I took a laser beam to the knee, and I envy you guys.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah, fun
I
fact
have
about that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I have not played that game long enough to find that annoying yet.
Fun fact about that line: as funny as it is out of context, it's actually a marriage metaphor.
And look, I'll tell you what. If I could still be a pro hero, I'd go and do what you're talking about. Saving some kids probably the best thing you can do. You should stop. Also, if you want to keep that conversation private, you probably should be broadcasting your thoughts, not to everyone in the car. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Says the guy at the front.
Oops.
Just wanted to throw my 2 cents in. If I was still a pro hero. Cough. I'll keep driving. The silence prevails as the car eventually makes it to its destination. As it does, he says, "Hey, and good luck on your quest, I guess. I'm sure the school would probably be more than happy to give you a break or something. Maybe you should talk to him about it. It's not my place, but..."
Who are you?
My name's John Smith. Used to be pro hero. I was called Waterboy back in the day. Anyways, shot water out of my fingertips, cut through plastic. That was pretty intense.
Right.
I'll probably say something along the lines of, "Oh yeah, I remember you. You were super cool."
Yeah, remember the time I saved a kitten from the tree? It had plastic around its neck, so I cut the plastic off to keep it from suffocating. It was all over YouTube at one point.
Nice job.
Yeah, I know. It was pretty awesome. Well, anyways, I gotta get back to my laser in my knee. Give me a sec. As he starts closing the door to drive off. And drives off. And with that, the silence continues to prevail. As, Jewel, you've already made it back. It seems everyone's following you again.
I'll probably give this idea to Jewel about helping Alex.
The second you say want to go to Portugal to help someone, he says, "Okay."
What do you... What?
His confusion.
What do you mean, what? I said yes. Is there a reason I shouldn't say yes?
It's reason to give it some more thought, maybe, but... man...
I'm still gonna say yes, even if I think about it for an extra 5 minutes. So I'm gonna say yes now.
Do I smell an adventure, eh? You hear as Carter comes up behind you guys.
Wait, who's Carter again?
Oh, he's one of the class. Nobody remembers Carter as he gets that face down position, you know, like deep depression. As he's just like, I can't believe you guys can't remember me.
Oh wait, he's one of the teachers. I had a brain fart.
He's the teacher of the public relations class. He's like, you're supposed to come to my class tomorrow.
It seems kind of ironic that we'd forget the public relations teacher.
Oh, actually, technically it's today. So I just heard that you guys wanted to go to Portugal, and I might be willing to sponsor that.
What?
Joel,
Public relations. It's a great. It's actually a great lesson for you guys to be able to see what public relations like are Portugal.
Yeah. Joel pulls out his phone, dials it up, and says, "Hey, Dusty, want to go to Portugal?"
You hear screaming. Ah! I've always wanted to go to Portugal.
Who wants to go to Portugal? Why is that a...
You wouldn't believe all the sexy women they got there, you hear?
Really good. Yes.
She says, don't worry, I'll start packing now. When are we leaving?
Tomorrow morning.
Is that true, brother?
Joel looks at Cal.
Wait. We're leaving tomorrow?
Are we just gonna pack
I
up
guess we're
everything
leaving
and go
tomorrow
to
then.
Portugal
Okay.
overnight?
Okay, we're going to Portugal tomorrow.
Carter's like, well, you know, I could just have a study hall for my class. Okay, you know, I'll make a deal with you guys.
But you can have a study hall in Portugal.
That's a great idea. As a matter of fact, I've got plenty of money, but I don't have enough money for you guys, so you guys have to find your own way. But I think this is a great idea for us to postpone our class to tomorrow morning, and we go to Portugal for a public relations class on how to deal with Portugal relations as heroes. How does that sound?
Oddly
Of course,
specific.
of course.
Okay, look, I've been struggling with ideas all day to figure out what I'm going to do with my class A, so this is like the best thing I've heard all day.
Yeah.
Right.
So why can't you fund us also? We gave you that idea. Surely.
Oh, look.
Surely.
It does seem oddly contrived.
Yeah.
Look, my budget was specific for, based on how many students I have.
And how many students do you need to have? How
Okay,
many students
so
can you just kick off?
To bring class 102 and class 101 with me, that's like 26 students, I would need like $30,000. I only got the budget for $26,000 for the entire semester, so I don't mind blowing it on a trip. It's just I couldn't bring four of you.
Seems unwise.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm from Canada. It's based on how the government gets you. I'm just kidding. Whatever.
What?
You guys seem like you got the money, right?
What is this man?
Sure. That's.
I hate
Are
to
you sure
be.
you need to have a like Jebediah or someone like that with you? You can't just leave them behind.
Who's
Can you
Jeb?
take us there?
Yeah, you know, I can't just leave everyone behind. But you know what? I just okay, I'll be frank with you guys. I totally saw you guys got the money, and this is saving me $4,000. I do have the money for you. Come on, you don't remember my quirk?
No.
I'm the
Who are you?
patriarch.
He's the magic man.
I remember his quirk. I just had a brain fart, and I can't believe I forgot this guy.
Come on, you
I'm
can't
kinda
remember me?
upset.
I was in the hero news like once.
I'll mentally explain to everyone he has the ability to see what's happening somewhere else, but his limitations is it has to be live, so it can't be what happened in the past or the future, and it's only one place at a time. So he
Right.
could have, in theory, seen us in our meeting.
He's just like, might have seen you guys in that meeting. I was kind of curious to see what the big wizards are up to. Oh, we lost Dylan.
Yeah. By the way, when you try talking to Joel, you find out he's already ditched you. Honestly, I don't know how you
The
find him.
death of Dylan. We will miss him forever.
Dylan's demise.
I'm seeing if we need to pause or something happened to Dylan or something.
Sure.
I think maybe like his internet went out or something.
Yeah, it's probably disconnection.
Yeah, like
Oh,
because he
s-
disconnected
something.
from our server and the Roll20 server at the same time.
Ain't it almost time to end the session?
It is time to end the session on that note, but if you guys if we go for vast majority vote, we can continue another hour.
I'm happy to keep going.
All right, that's one. So, the girl, would you like to continue?
I think we should give Dylan some time to get his internet back up, so I think we should continue next week.
Okay, that's a vote for next week. Sleepy Demon?
Yeah, I'm also thinking next week. Sorry, Shading, but I'm sleepy.
It's cool.
It is in your name to be sleepy.
Yeah. I mean, I've been awake for like. Shall I see here?
Stop it.
18 hours.
Stop it.
at the moment.
Stop doing that.
Oh, let me
Alright.
destroy myself slowly.
And I think that's a good idea too. We don't want to get too far ahead with the new player because I do have a new player actually ready for the next session. I just got to get his character built and stuff.
Sweet.
So we'll cliffhanger on the side quest of Alexander, which will be an exciting side quest which you guys have now activated through money and maybe some scummy practices by Carter.
Shh. Worst case scenario, I was just going to pickpocket him. Hey,
I'm going to stop the stream there. Peace out.